Heyo! Welcome, friends! We are on! This is live! Woo! Alright, we're on for 3.5 hours, friends, tonight, and we're getting back to OG, and I have a whole bunch of shit I want to tell you guys before we get started, but I do want to move forward with OG, so I'll try not to be too talkative, but then again, you know me, so I'll probably fail at that, but that's alright. It's also what we're here for, isn't it? Talking. Alright, my friends. How are you all doing tonight? So, okay, on last Sunday, we played Ever Crisis, and we overtook we overtook God, why can't I say this? Where we are at, in our OG playthrough, in terms of story. And that's really exciting, because, like I was saying, this is kind of the, when I initially started thinking about this whole thing, about streaming and stuff, this whole project, that's what I had in mind, yeah? I wanted to play all 3 versions of Final Fantasy VII, so that's the OG, the Ever Crisis story mode, and then Remake Rebirth, which at the time was just Remake, and kind of like play them concurrently, not in the same time, at the same time in the same stream, but you know, sort of like move forward in each timeline at the same time, stream after stream, so that we could really dive deep and compare the 3 stories. Now, you know, by the time the whole idea sprouted in my mind and shit, Rebirth was just around the corner, so I've been playing a lot more Remake than I have the other 2 versions. Hey, yo, Numa! Thanks for being here, man. How are you? And I'm so fucking excited about the, you know, our weekend thing. I did not realize it was that close. I need to book my train tickets, but then I'm out of money right now, so I'm just waiting for the money I'm waiting to get paid so that I can take my train tickets. But yeah, it's right around the corner. I'm fucking pumped about that. Can't wait. Can't wait to see you guys again. Sorry about that, yo. Where was I? Yes. So initially the plan was to do what we're doing now. You fucking money, man. I need to become a merc or some shit. Cause this stream thing, man, I'm having a lot of fun with it, but it ain't paying out so far. Reshenth, my bro, how are you doing? So nice to have you guys. Plus, you know, little confession, Zia is not here. She might hop in at some point during the stream, but she might not be able to. She's gone to visit my grandma in Grenoble, and I was super worried about tonight, because this is like my first time opening a stream without her being here, and it always feels super weird launching a stream, and you know, she's very often first, so at least I know that at least she's here, right? And I was kind of freaked out when I saw like 0 viewers at the turn of the hour, but you guys are here. We good because we're here. You guys are so you're the fucking best. You are fucking amazing, and I love you guys. And you'll get silly accents tonight, because we're playing OG. I think you guys like that, so yeah, you know, things just didn't turn out the way I was imagining them at first, because we've been rushing through Remake to be in time for Rebirth, and Rebirth came out, and I just really wanted to play it, so I did squeeze a few, you know, OG or Ever Crisis streams and played Rebirth instead. But now we're getting back on track. We're slowly catching up to where we're at in Rebirth, and yeah, OG and... Hey, yo, Krieger! Yes, OG tonight, man. I'm super pumped about it. Yeah, the whole gang is here! I'm so glad that the 3 of you guys are here. I love you guys so much. I cannot stress this enough. Thank you for being here, my friends. Right, so, if you were here last Sunday, we played Ever Crisis, and essentially, we went through the, you know, the whole calm flashback, which we also did in Rebirth, the Rebirth demo, halfway between Remake and Rebirth. I'm so glad Reshenth was here. Alright, you guys are getting started. That's good. I hope you're all warmed up, because I am! No, you were not the first. Krieger. And like I was saying, Zia is not here tonight, so, you know, it was your chance too, but no, the title goes to Numax tonight. I can't wait till I can unlock, like, the VIP role, so that I can make all of you guys VIPs. But anyway, right, so, focus, Morgan. We have OG and Ever Crisis at just about the same point story-wise, and so the good thing about that is that that's exactly what I wanted to do. Really play the 2, have it all fresh in my mind so I can comment on any tiny little detail. The bad thing is that we're gonna watch the exact same cutscenes we watched last week, just different because it's the OG version. And then if you were with me when we were doing them in Rebirth, it'll be very similar again. But then again, that's the whole game. That's what it was gonna be. We were gonna see not the exact same story. That's the whole point. We're gonna see slightly different stories a whole bunch of times in a row, as close as possible, so that our memories are fresh. Where's Zia? Zia is in Grenoble. Krieger, she's gone to see my grandma, who's got health issues, so that's not great. But she's got her daughter with her, so things will be fine. I'm gonna go and visit her soon too. But yeah, Zia is gone. Took her to the train this morning, and she's gone for a while. We don't know quite how long it'll be, but yeah. And so she said she'll try to hop on the streams, but might not be able to. I do believe, Krieger, that he's saying I'm so happy Reshenf is here was already making fun of you, but I'll let you guys work that one out amongst yourselves. So anyway, right, where did we stop in OG? We stopped in the middle of the Nibelheim flashback. I gotcha. And so we're gonna see the second half today. And so, this is such an important and iconic moment in 7 that I actually went through and also last week, if you were here, there were some things in the Nibelheim flashback in Ever Crisis where I was like, wait, was it that way in OG? Because I don't remember that. So I actually went and watched both, so the first half side by side, right? So like the OG and the Ever Crisis version. And really went, actually, compared the actual dialogue and shit. 10 minutes into stream and already tired of Krieger. And 10 minutes into stream and we're nowhere near starting to play. So, I should have made this a fucking just chatting and... and so, at least insofar as the first half is concerned, there are only 2 major differences between OG and Ever Crisis, my friends. I'll get back to this in a second, but when I say only 2 major differences, is that even the minor differences are tiny. And, I've commented a lot when you play OG about how the translation is sometimes a little, I don't know, original, let's say. And it makes some of the dialogue in OG extremely weird, or downright, at least for a non-native speaker, there's no fucking way we can understand what's going on sometimes. It's just completely strange, right? And so when you look at the two, like the Ever Crisis version and the OG version side by side, the really interesting thing is that they rephrase some things to make it sound more natural, or make more sense. But it is the exact same lines, and there are a few, so in Ever Crisis you can't move around towns and talk to NPCs and shit like you can in either OG or Remake Rebirth. Hey yo, Wheezy! Holy shit! Thanks for being here, Sid! I'm so excited! Hi! Yes! Welcome! I wish I could tell you that I'm almost done, just like rambling, but that would be a lie. I've still got a bunch of shit to say before I actually start playing a video game, but, I'm trying to stay on track. I'll try to keep it short. So yeah, there's a lot of side dialogue, and what I mean by side dialogue is that, it's dialogue you'd get if you actually went and talked to other NPCs than the ones that moved the voice forward in OG, that they sort of like weaved into Ever Crisis during the Nibelheim flashback. And that's really interesting because, as I keep saying, or as you guys have probably noticed if you've watched me stream the different stories, or if you've played the different games, Ever Crisis' story mode is very much, it's like, what do you call it? Fucking compressed, right? It goes a lot faster. It only takes the major story beats and sort of skips over a lot of the rest. And for the Nibelheim flashback, they actually went out of their way to get some side dialogue in to kind of like flesh it out, which I think is great and really interesting. So yeah, essentially, it is the first half of it is the exact same, up to retranslation of stuff that was oddly translated the first time around, or just kind of swapping things around a tiny bit, or taking some side dialogue in OG and making it main dialogue in Ever Crisis. 2 major differences though. The first one is, alright, you better be sitting for this, because it's major as fuck! In the truck at the beginning of the flashback, right? There's Cloud, the Sephiroth, and then there's 2 Shinra troopers in the back of the truck. And then there's the driver, who's also a Shinra trooper. And in both Rebirth and OG, we only ever see 2 Shinra troopers with the gang during the whole flashback. What happened to the driver? And the even, hiya Wallen, welcome to the stream! Very nice to have you here. Like I was saying, I'm just rambling right now. We will be playing Final Fantasy VII in just a minute. There's just a few things I wanted to bring up first, but I promise we'll play video games tonight. It's not just me talking to the camera. Yeah, what happened to the driver? And the craziest thing is that I never realized before in Ever Crisis there's this one scene where they actually put the free Shinra troopers, and so last week I was like, wait, are there free Shinra troopers? And then I realized it was the driver, and I was like, yeah, of course the driver's here. Where did the driver go in OG and Rebirth? I don't know, he kind of like just disappeared. And the funny thing is that even later on in Ever Crisis, he's not there anymore. He does not go with the gang to the Mako reactor. And now, you know, this could be intentional. It might just be staying behind. Maybe he's trained as a driver and not an actual shooty guy. I don't know. But it's kind of funny. And like often with Ever Crisis, this tiny difference, you know, it feels very intentional, right? Actually putting him there for one scene and then going back to the way it was in the other two games. And I always wonder if they do this on purpose for crazy ass nerds like me. Like, just, you know, this is a little wink at like, yo, I'm sure some of you weirdos, you know, played this game enough that you're actually wondering where the driver is. We did not forget about the driver. There, he's there. And he's gone. Haha, just like in the other timelines, right? Anyway, alright, this was the first major thing. The second one is more major, I promise. I've been rambling about it a lot, if you've watched me stream lately. But I'm so fucking excited about this. Okay, so, when I say a lot more major, it's still this kind of shit, right? It's like Morgan level major, but still. Okay, guys. With the Nibelheim flashback, we've actually seen a lot more Sephiroth action than we did before, right? And in Ever Crisis, he's left-handed. And I know this for sure because he's a playable character, as I've told you guys before. A younger version of him, but it's pretty uncommon for people to swap their main hand after their 20th birthday or whatever the fuck is his age in the prequel that you can play him in Ever Crisis. And with the Ever Crisis bit of the Nibelheim flashback, we had hard confirmed that he is left-handed. Even in the, you know, all the scenes that they remade for Ever Crisis, he is left-handed. Now, I was pretty sure that it was the case in Remake Rebirth, but I was not entirely positive. And if I'm being honest, my being pretty sure was not that I remembered it, because I misremembered Sephiroth as always having been left-handed, even in OG, which is just me rewriting history, you know how memory works and shit. Or it's a Mandela effect and I swapped universe at some point. Anyway, you know, in my mind he'd always been left-handed, and I was very surprised when I saw he was right-handed in OG. And my thinking for the, wait, what about Remake Rebirth then? And you know, it's the kind of shit, like, if you're not actively paying attention, you might not notice whether a character is left-handed or right-handed, and I was not paying attention to that when we were playing Remake and Rebirth, since, again, in my mind he was left-handed, there was no question. And so I went back and looked, and yes, he's left-handed in Remake and Rebirth. Now, the reason I'm getting all worked up about this, why is this so exciting, is because while the Remake Rebirth timeline is extremely different from OG, and we actually even, we're starting to get, you know, elements, like, bits of the reason why. There's this whole thing about the Whispers, the Arbiters of Fate, we fucked them up. That means we can go off of Fate, right? We can actually change Destiny and whatever was supposed to be the timeline, which my reading up to now is that it's the OG timeline. And then in Ever Crisis, there was none of that, right? We've got no Whispers, we've got no Reunion people, and most importantly, the story itself is extremely close to OG. Kind of like, I haven't done the exercise of really looking through each line of dialogue yet. I plan on doing it eventually. But yeah, I think it's probably the same amount of difference as what I got when I did that exercise specifically for the Nibelheim flashback, but for the rest of it, right? So it's pretty much, you know, one could say, yo, it is the same timeline as OG. It really is a remake this time, in a traditional sense. Like, it's the same story. You know, forget about it, Morgan. Well, no, okay, Sephiroth changes mind hand. That can't be a mistake. This means something. Ever Crisis is a different timeline. Nice beard since New Year's Eve. Why, thank you. I actually, you know, I'm not sure it's much longer than it was at New Year's, because I trimmed it fairly recently, and almost nobody noticed, which made me very sad because I'm a special princess and I thought people paid attention to my looks. And neither my mom nor Marm, if you know who Marm is, like, noticed that I trimmed it, like, cut it. And then this girl I just met was all like, yo, you did something to your beard. I was like, thank fuck! Anyway, you absolutely will. And no, I'm really fucking curious about which one you are. I figured when you started speaking French to the rest of the gang, I figured you were one of us. One of us! But who are you, Wallenby? My money right now is on Clément. Your English is that good. I feel it's probably you. I like playing that game a lot when a real life friend shows up and trying to guess who they are. And when Antonin came to my stream for the first time, I thought he was Anton, another friend. Nice! I'm so fucking good at this. Thank you so much for being here, Wallen. I'm super excited that you're here. I hope you're gonna have fun. And like I was saying, I promise that we're gonna play video games real soon, I'm almost done talking. Yeah, right, anyway, that's all I wanted to say, really. Like, Sephiroth is left-handed in one of the timelines, not in OG. And it's on purpose. Ever Crisis is going to diverge. I still, you know, I still put all my, I don't want to bet my honor or the money that I don't have, but, you know, that's still where my, I don't know, whatever the fuck. Streamer's honor is. Fuck yeah, man, this is fucking awesome. I feel like this is the last weekend of May already, kind of. Alright, let's go. So before we play the game, quick recap in case you're just joining us, like Wallen, or you have never played 7 before, or whatever the reason is, just so you know kind of where we're at. So, we're right in the middle of a big flashback that explains a whole lot and raises a whole bunch other questions. Our main character, Cloud, so this took place 5 years ago, went back on a mission with Sephiroth, this big-ass hero that everybody likes and shit, to Nibelheim, his hometown, and there, shit got really weird. He met with one of his childhood friends, Tifa Lockhart, who was also the guide who took them to the reactor that's built close to the village where they both grew up. Where exactly did we stop? Right, so they reached the reactor. They are investigating it for Shinra, which is this mega corporation that essentially rules the world. And there are both soldiers, so both Sephiroth and Cloud are soldiers who are like the Marines of Shinra. They're like the elite force kind of thing, right? It's even more than Marines. I guess they'd be like those weird Black Ops guys you don't really hear about. Anyway, enough problems. They're like super elite weird people. And they get to the reactor. There's some creature called Genova there, which interestingly is what Sephiroth told Cloud the day before was the name of his mom. Coincidence? I don't know. And then Sephiroth went on this tangent about, oh, Hojo, who's like the lead scientist for Shinra, is a crazy-ass motherfucker, and he's been giving way too much Mako to people and turning them into monsters. That's what's been going on here. And you, Cloud, you're a soldier, so you got some Mako in you, but, you know, they got a lot more, and sorry, I phrased this wrong. Anyway, I'm not gonna redo the whole dialogue, but, you know, the way Sephiroth said it, there was a, SEALs, thank you, Wheezy, that's exactly what I was thinking of. Not just Marines, but yeah, Navy SEALs. Soldier are like the Navy SEALs of Shinra. Thanks, Wheezita. And so yeah, the way Sephiroth phrased it, Cloud was like, yo, you said me, but you're a soldier too, are you different? And then Sephiroth goes like, wait a minute, am I different? Holy shit! And then back to the present, they were all like, yo, this is some heavy stuff you're laying on us, Cloud. Can we take a break? And in practice, that meant I could save my game, and that's where we killed the stream last time we were playing Final Fantasy VII. So my friends, without further ado, I say, if I can find my controller, fuck, what did I do with my controller? That's a good one, Maureen. Never done this one before. Oh, I plugged it in. I'll be right back. That was actually smart of me. Alright, without further ado, as I was saying, my friends, let's play Final Fantasy VII! Alright, we on. And we're gonna jump right into the second part of that flashback. I'm excited. I'm so happy you guys are all here and shit. This is amazing. Alright. Yes. Also, but we'll talk about that more. Actually, I shut up because we'll get straight into. I get it. Tifa, were you waiting outside then? Yes. We returned to Nibelheim. Sephiroth confined himself to the inn. He didn't even try to talk to me. Then, all of a sudden, he just disappeared, right? We found him inside the biggest building in Nibelheim. The villagers used to call it the Shinra Mansion. Long ago, people from Shinra used to live in that mansion. So that's the Shinra Mansion. It would appear the villagers went to get Cloud so that he could check on Sephiroth. How do I... okay. There's nothing to harm the town, right? See what I was talking about with the weird translation? Like, I get what he's saying, but it's just phrased weird, right? It's not just me being French about it. It's weird. Why? No way. I got it. It's Sephiroth. He would never do that. Oh my, you sure do have faith. Why'd you ask? The Shinra showed up to eliminate any information that could be embarrassing to the company. You pick these things up when you travel as much as I do. Zengen, this old dude we were talking to, is the person who trained Tifa. Until we know that there's no danger, we're not moving an inch. What's a Sephiroth doing? For those of you guys, like Clément, that are watching me stream for the first time, I'm a little OCD when I play Final Fantasy, and I like to explore everything, and I mean everything, so that's what I'm doing right now. If it kind of looks like I'm just moving around, doing nothing, trying to talk to furniture and shit, that's because I am. I don't want to miss anything. It's not quite as bad. So when we play OG is when it's at its worst, because this is an old game, right? It was released in 97, and back then, man, you know, missables were fucking missable. With modern games, it's a lot less true. I feel like, and like I always say, I only play Final Fantasies, so when I say modern games, I mean modern Final Fantasies, but, you know, so when we play Rebirth, I'm a lot less, you know, relaxed and kind of just do whatever. Although I do all the side content and talk to every single NPC and all that shit, but, you know, it's less, I'm less obsessive. Here I really want to go to every single area all the time and check everything. So I'm sorry about that if it gives you the... You know, if it makes you want to throw up. But the nice thing about it is that unlike when we play Rebirth... Oh, I get it. Okay, those two rooms are connected, which means that through here I access this one and there's literally nothing in it. There's some kind of wedding picture, but we can't see it clear enough to make any kind of lore, you know, assumption about it. So let's go upstairs. Alright. Left. Always left. Yeah, when we play Rebirth, in the end, I don't get all that much time to just talk about shit. Because I'm always... There's so much going on, right? Like, we're almost always moving forward with the story. There's so much side dialogue and shit. Whereas here, we got plenty of time to just shoot the shit. There's no sign of Sephiroth, but I know I saw him go into this room. Awesome, thank you. So we'll start with the other one then. So it looks like an old abandoned mansion. That's about it. Where is he? Sorry, I should remove the little helper thing. Hidden wall. An apparently dead organism was found in 2,000-year-old geological stratum. Professor Gast named that organism Genova. X year, X month, X day. Genova confirmed to be an ancient. X year, X month, X day. Genova project approved. The use of Mako Reactor 1 approved for use. The OG music. I love it. I love it so fucking much. My mother's name is Genova. Genova Project. Is this just a coincidence? Professor Gast. Why didn't you tell me anything? Why did you die? You okay, buddy? How is about we come out of that weird basement and shit? Sephiroth didn't come out of the Shinra mansion. I just lost some optional dialogue. He continued to read as if he were possessed by something, and not once did the light in the basement go out. I can't believe I didn't go talk to Sephiroth. Fuck me. That's alright, Morgan, focus. Oh, that's interesting. Cloud actually went and took a nap, like, in the Shinra mansion. So again, I'm sorry for doing this. Oh, you guys still here? I was just napping. He's downstairs, he's reading, it's all good. Yeah, whatever. I wonder how long these guys have been here. Our dude had the time to go through a bunch of books. Maybe he reads real fast, but... Sephiroth seems different. Where? Who is it? Traitor. Traitor? You ignorant traitor. I'll tell you. This planet originally belonged to the Citra. Citra was an itinerant race. They would migrate in, settle the planet, then move on. At the end of their hard-long journey, it was said they would find the Promised Land and supreme happiness. But those who disliked journeying appeared. They stopped their migrations, built shelters, and elected to lead an easier life. They took that which the Citra and the planet had made, without giving back one whit in return. Those are your ancestors. Sephiroth. Long ago, disaster struck the planet. Your ancestors escaped. They survived because they hid. The planet was saved by sacrificing the Citra. After that, your ancestors continued to multiply. Now, all that's left of the Citra is in these reports. What does that have to do with you? Don't you see? An ancient named Genova was found in a 2,000-year-old geological stratum. The Genova Project. The Genova Project wanted to produce people with the powers of the ancients, or the Citra. I am what was produced. Produced? Yes. Professor Gast, leader of the Genova Project and genius scientist, produced me. How did he die? I know, Rishenf is fucking crazy. The fucking atmosphere, you know, with... I love it! Sephiroth? Out of my way. I'm going to see my mother. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Alright, there's a lot there. I feel like... I want to debrief with you guys, but I don't want to ruin the ambience, so I'm actually going to shut up and go after Sephiroth, and we'll talk, you know, when shit gets a bit calmer, if that's alright with y'all. Just real quick, again, extremely similar to what we got in Ever Crisis. Up to the quick retranslation of stuff that was just weird. Uh-oh! No, that is a change of scenery shit. Hey, it's you! You're still sane, right? Then come over here and help me! I'll check this house. You check that one over there. Interesting. So that's one thing I... Hey... I'm going to die. So if you... Was that his house? Where did he live again? Fuck. I think this was his house. So his mom was in there. Terrible. Sephiroth. This is too terrible. Ooh. Oh, this motherfucker's holding it in his left hand now. What the fuck? Did you guys see that? Fucking Sephiroth had his sword in the left hand. For the first time in OG. Just to make me lie. Meta theory though. Is that where they got the idea of making him a lefty? This scene that we just saw with Sephiroth. That's why I removed my face for a minute there. Like I say every time we watch it. But it's one of the most iconic scenes in Final Fantasy VII for sure, in the Final Fantasy franchise, and I would argue in life. It's, you know, he just like looks back and there's like fucking flames everywhere. It's so fucking good. Anyway. Papa. Sephiroth. Did the Sephiroth do this to you? Sephiroth, a soldier. Mako reactors and fucking a Shinra. I hated them all! Again, I'm gonna make the same joke I make every time, but she just picked up the sword that Cloud said nobody could wield that sword but Sephiroth. Well, you know, Tifa, obviously. Mother, I'm here to see you. Please open this door. How could you do that to Papa and all of the townspeople? Not Tifa. You promised that you'd come when I was in trouble. I'm here, girl. We're here. You guys, you're like the perfect crew for this. Again, I'm sorry to ruin the mood, but does this not remind you of a scene? This is the exact same thing from OSS 117 when he, like, you know, grabs Larmina from his bed and then just, like, drops her on the couch and then goes back to bed. Like, what the fuck are you doing, Cloud? She just got fucking stabbed or whatever the fuck that was. Take her to a doctor or something, dude! The fuck? But no, let's go fight the crazy, you know, half-god. That sounds like a better idea. Fuck! My heart is beating like crazy and I've seen this shit so many times. Mother, let's take the planet back together. I thought of a great idea. Let's go to the Promised Land. Sephiroth. My family! My hometown! How could you do this to them? They've come again, Mother. With her superior power, knowledge and magic, Mother was destined to become the ruler of this planet. But those worthless creatures, are stealing the planet from Mother. But now, I'm here with you, so don't worry. No, that's the Genova I remembered. What about my sadness? My family? Friends? The sadness of having my hometown taken away from me? It's the same as your sadness? He's very young. Me sadness? What do I have to be sad about? I am the chosen one. I have been chosen to be the leader of this planet. I have orders to take the planet back from your stupid people for the Citra. What should I be sad about? Sephiroth, I trusted you. No, you're not the Sephiroth I used to know! Jesus, Cloud! Talk about climax! Oh man, fuck! Alright, perfect. Fuck! Alright, see, so... One thing I talk about a lot is how much scenes hit me personally. And I'm very curious about you guys, and especially you guys that hadn't played this game before, or, you know, people that discovered the scene through either the remake or Ever Crisis, because I played this when I was a kid, right? And like, this shit, man, it's engraved in my fucking mind, right? You know, like, you probably have some of these movies that you saw when you were a kid that terrorized the shit out of you, or those things where you're like, oh, fuck. And, you know, and of course they hit super hard in Remake and Ever Crisis 2, but I always had this, you know, it was even more intense in my memories, and I started wondering if it was because the OG version hit me harder, or if it was just one of those things where, like, you know, the world seems huge when you're a kid, and then you grow up and you go back and everything's tiny, right? Or it was just like you got impressed because you were a kid, but it's not all that. It is all that. Oh my fucking god, that was intense as fuck. All right, let me cool down for a minute, and that way we can talk about stuff. So again, essentially the exact same as in Ever Crisis, which I don't know. I realize I'm contradicting myself right now, but you know, I didn't remember it and the details and stuff, and there's loads of details there that had been lost in a haze of time. But yeah, one thing, and I'm kind of sorry to bring this up again, but I was very surprised when we played Ever Crisis last week at how there's no way to say this that does not sound fucked up. So I'm gonna say something fucked up, but Genova in Ever Crisis is kind of hot. Like, yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, like, you know, she looks very human, and you know what I'm saying, like, you're like, oh yeah, alright, you know, she looks like a young human being, and in my memories I was like, no, Genova's supposed to be this like super creepy fucking thing. And again, like, doing my little research for today's stream, I went back and looked at how she looked in Rebirth, and it's the same as in Ever Crisis, just this much more human looking person that, again, you can, if you're kind of weird, or if you're into super kinky shit, and that's what you're thinking of at that moment, or, you know, maybe you were not looking at the scene and just kind of like glimpse at your screen for the you know, few frames where you actually see Genova, and you might be thinking, oh, she's kind of hot. That's not how I remembered it at all. But then again, I was a kid, and I started wondering, you know, one of those things like, shit, do I just not remember things because I experienced it as a child? And I was wondering if there was always this sexualization almost of Genova. and I just completely missed it because I was a kid and I remembered her only as this like horror fucking element. And no, alright, you guys so... Again, it was just a few frames, but like, she's fucking blue, she's got weird shit popping out her tits and eyes and whatever the fuck. She's creepy as fucking OG. There is none of that, Genova, you know, thing that we got in the new storylines. Alright. I'm sorry, again, I needed to bring it up. Last week I did say, like, that's kind of fucked up, but Genova's hot. So... You know, closed. It was not because I was a kid and I did not know what hotness was. She's not supposed to be hot in OG. She's just supposed to be fucking terrifying. Not that you can't be both at the same time. Don't get me wrong. To each their own. I'm just saying, I personally, you know, definitely think modern Genova is more attractive than OG Genova. Anyway, back to the story. And that's the end of my story. Wait a damn minute. That's it? No more? Don't remember what happened to Sephiroth. In terms of skill, I couldn't possibly have killed him. Official records state that Sephiroth is dead. I read it in the newspaper. Shinra Incorporated owns the newspaper, so you can't rely on that. I want to know the truth. I want to know what happened. I challenged Sephiroth and lived. Why didn't he kill me? I'm alive too. A lot of this doesn't make sense. What about Genova? It was in the Shinra building, right? Shinra shipped it from Nibelheim to Midgar. Did someone carry it out later? It was missing from the Shinra building when we were there. Sephiroth? Damn, none of this makes sense. Gone. And I'm leaving the thinking to you. Weird ass dialogue. Yo, Claude, let's get a move on. Give me one quick second, yo. I'm gonna check my little checklist. That's another thing I do. Only when we play OG. I'm sorry, I hate doing shit like that. But yep. Wait a sec. There are a few things that, you know, if you miss on your playthrough, you're fucked forever. So I made myself a little checklist, and that's why every now and then I'm gonna be like this. That's just because I'm checking my notes. I'm sorry about that. All right. Wait a sec. Claude, what's wrong? You just gonna stand there while Sephiroth heads for the Promised Land? I ain't letting Sephiroth or Shinra get to no Promised Land. If they do, then we're all screwed. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? Beautiful. Just beautiful. Just leave it to me. Oh, brother. Cloud. How bad was I after Sephiroth stabbed me? I thought you were a goner. I was so sad. So sad. The ancients, etc., Genova, Sephiroth, and myself? Let's go. Pirates are waiting. What a fascinating story. Wait, have I been living this here the whole time? I'm sorry about that. Right, so this is the really, you know, something. There's a lot that's weird about the Nibelheim flashback. There's a lot of stuff that's just, you know. But the main big question that both Cloud and Tifa have at present is, what the fuck are we doing here? And maybe the main question they should have is, why don't we remember? Like, their memories seem to just go blank right after whatever the fuck happened in the reactor, right? Or actually during it. And the other interesting thing is that Sephiroth seemed to be making buddy-buddy with his mama, right? And then, 5 years later, we know that Genova has been moved to the Shinra headquarters. And again, they say, you know, it was gone when we got there. In Remake, we catch that glimpse of Sephiroth holding a hooded figure, wearing the same clothes as the reunion people, but that looks more female. But But then again, you know, Cloud in Remake kept tripping balls and seeing Sephiroth everywhere, so I don't know. But yeah, something's weird, right? Like, Shinra kept Genova after whatever the fuck happened at Nibelheim after the memories go blank, somehow. And they made it out alive. We don't know what the fuck is going on, but something very, very fishy is. Oh, Cloud, let me give you this, PHS. What the fuck is PHS? Alright, access the menu and select PHS. It can only be used on the world map or at the save points. Brilliant. I can now pick my party. With PHS, I can see you at any time. I'm going on ahead. PHS? Body hate syndrome? Phone hand system. Is PHS a thing? What the fuck does that mean? 20 gil a night. What's it gonna be? No, fuck yeah. Alright, let's find a save point so that we can use PHS. I would normally talk to every single person in here, but for weird reasons that I explain later tonight, I'm not going to just now, and we're actually gonna move forward. Alright, PHS. Yes, but I've already got the gang I want. Let me just do a real quick menu time. No, I think we're good. I think we're good. I think we're all set. And let me just change a tiny little thing for future reference. Alright. Sorry about that, y'all. I'll be just a second. And I'm back. I'm back with y'all. Alright. Where are we headed? Where was the... this is Midgar. Can't go back there because we wanted. Who's the one? Not you. Oh, he must be red. Yes, nice. I think I'm just gonna leave. I don't know if you guys noticed, but in the bottom left corner there, there's a little symbol that says ×3. This is a thing they added for the PlayStation port. Or the PC version, but I do believe it was the PlayStation port. Anyway, that just allows you to speed up the game. I don't like using it during cutscenes and shit, obviously. But yeah, if you guys don't mind, I think I'll just keep it on when we're just fighting fodder and stuff so that we can move forward faster with the story. But let me know if it's making you dizzy or if you'd like to see combat as it was supposed to be seen back in '97. I'm a little surprised, to be honest, at how, you know, we didn't really get any work. By the way, there was another person heading, there we go, towards the marshes. Without Chocobo, the Midgard probably got him. It was a man in a black cape. That is super interesting. Looking for an inn? Fuck you, man. Let me just heal up real quick. Oh, I read my healer in OG. Okay. PHS. That shit is driving me mad. What is PHS? Alright, so we need a Chocobo to get past the Midgar Zolom. Did I buy... I think I bought... No, I didn't buy anything. Shit. Let's get the cheapest shit, right? Alright, we'd already read all that dialogue back then. Let's go catch a Chocobo so that we can get through the swamps on the trail of the person in a black cape. Now, again, if you were here last week when we were playing Ever Crisis, that was... did I just... Nice, it doesn't work outside the game. Sorry about that. Yeah, during the sequence that's coming up tonight, probably, maybe. Is there a chocobo? No chocobo. Yeah, so at some point, there was talk about a figure in a black cape being in the town that we're gonna get to tonight. I know I'm being weird and cryptic, but it's because I don't want to spoil you guys. But in Rebirth, there's this character called Glenn who gets introduced, and we've learned a whole bunch about Glenn. He is an ex-soldier who, along with two of his ex-soldier buddies, joined the Wutaian resistance against Shinra. And it's thanks to them that they managed to get some sort of ceasefire with Shinra. Now, when we see him in Rebirth, he's wearing a black cape. He's in the place where we're headed later today. And I'm super excited about this character because he's a new... So he's actually not a Rebirth creation. He was created for Ever Crisis, the third version of the game, and they added him, you know, in Rebirth. But he's not mentioned at any point in OG. He did not exist yet. And so when in Ever Crisis they start talking about somebody in a black cape, I was like, interesting. Because again, Ever Crisis is supposed to be closer to OGFF7, right? In terms of the story. And I was like, so does that mean that Glenn is also there in the Ever Crisis timeline? And even if that's not the case, it could be that, you know, again, it's one of these things, like I was talking about earlier, of, you know, it's a little Easter egg, let's say, for players, where, you know, they're like, oh, I know that you guys like... Am I gonna wipe to stupid fucking world map monsters? Oh my god. You're not supposed to hit them when they're in their little fucking... like underground. Oh shit. Come on, Cloud. I really don't want to waste... Wait, what the fuck? Why did he heal me? Oh, that's what you get. Why are they tiny when they're dead? Y'all didn't see that! Is Kriya still here? I hope not. Yeah, right, so it's obvious, and so here we get a mention of a man in a black cape, and it's obvious that, yeah, fuck you. It's obvious that he's talking about Sephiroth, right? This is how we know where we're supposed to go at this point in the game. But interestingly, in Ever Crisis, this scene was cut, so we don't actually get to talk to Bill for him to tell us that we should catch a chocobo so that we can head, you know, beyond the marshes without getting eaten by the Midgar Zolom. Kinda wish I remembered what he said, because I feel like we're not getting a chocobo. Give me just 1 second, y'all. So what happened? Last we played OG was 2 weeks ago, and I got the whole tutorial about how to catch a chocobo, but that was 2 weeks ago, and I don't remember. Fuck me, alright. There's a materia. Fire Elemental. Actually, I kinda wanna swap that while we're here. And give Red the Fire All. You've got Restore Sense. We don't need Sense, there we go. And Cloud, you get Ice. Right, sorry about that. So, to catch a chocobo, we need to equip the chocobo lure materia and then walk on those little chocobo, what do you call it? tracks. Yeah, so Man in the Black Cape. Here it's very clearly Sephiroth, and in Ever Crisis it's supposed to be as well, right? Because again, there's one. All right, I haven't done this in forever. We want to. Where are you, Chocobo? What the fuck, motherfucker! Well, we missed this one. We'll get the next one. So yeah, in Ever Crisis, well, you actually do hear about Glenn, since he's like one of the main characters in one of the modes of the game. But you know, if you're going through the 7 storyline, you do not hear about him like you did in Rebirth. But I was wondering if this mention was supposed to be, again, one of those, you know, like dev talking to the players kind of thing, where it makes sense in world because they're talking about Sephiroth, but it's also them saying, have you played Rebirth yet? Because there's Glenn in there. Alright, be quick, Morgan. I want to feed the Chocobo. Don't go, Chocobo! Yes, there you go. That's delicious, innit? I can't. Can you please not kill the Chocobo? Alright. Oh, come on. No, don't go, don't go, I got more food! Do you want food? Who wants food? Come on. Oh, good. Yes! Alright, we got him. Oh my god! I haven't done this in literally 15 years. Alright, yo, we got our first Chocobo! Woo, this is fun! How to ride a Chocobo. Press... press circle to get off. Chocobos will escape whenever a player dismounts. Okay. Alright. So, Midgar Zolam, if you were here 2 weeks ago when I played this, you know, doing my stupid Morgan thing. Oh, he actually doesn't. Yo, there he is. Yeah. I'm on a Chocobo! Oh my god, I haven't saved in forever. We're fucked, y'all. I can't believe me. I am... Oh my god. Ah, he's still alive, eh? Whoa, and I managed to escape. Am I still on a Chocobo? Okay, we might be able to... Okay, we did it! Jesus fucking Christ. Let me explain what just happened there. And that's perfect. I leave it on this screen. So, as you guys might have noticed, and like Billy, the Chocobo farmer guy said, there's this huge creature called the Midgar Zolam in the swamps that just kind of like kills your fucking ass. I actually got killed by it 2 weeks ago when we were playing because I didn't realize this was the point. I remembered that fucking thing, but anyway. And so you needed a Chocobo to run past it quick enough, but in my wisdom, because I am an absolute Final Fantasy savant, I figured since I was on Chocobo back, I was safe and actually went to like poke the Midgar Zolam. But I managed to escape, so we're all good. I don't think there's any, I really fucking hope there's nothing locked behind never running away from battle, like a fucking trophy or something, or we're fucked, but we're probably fine. And the really interesting thing is that if you were here when we went through this section in Rebirth, I was all like, it's different in Rebirth, it's weird. Again, this is one of the scenes that really struck me and stuck with me. The, you know there's this big bad that will, like, kill your team in 5 seconds, and yet somehow somebody just, like, killed one, and not just killed one, right? Like, actually kind of, like, made a little display of it, like, oh, I'm gonna build a giant-ass stake and then stake the fucking Midgar Zolam on top of it. And it's really supposed to... Let me go through the scene. Did Sephiroth do this? This Sephiroth guy is pretty strong, I'd say. It's a power that we should respect. Yeah, Philia read. When I see a gigantic snake staked on a gigantic stake, I always go, respect. Alright, can we get the fuck out of here? This is creepy. Anyway, you know, the whole point of this is to be like, who the fuck is Sephiroth, like, right? It's supposed to freak you the fuck out about Sephiroth. And I felt, it's one of the very few occurrences of a change they decided to go with in Remake Rebirth that, you know, I'm not convinced by, is the way they changed that scene. Because I really like, you know, it's the opposite of show don't tell, right? I feel like it builds a lot more anxiety when you don't actually know precisely what happened. We never see Sephiroth doing what he did. We just know it's pretty fucked up that he even could. You know what I'm saying? Whereas in Rebirth, they make it a lot more obvious and stuff. And yeah, I'm glad, again, you know, it was one of those things where I was really looking forward to seeing it again. To see if I was just, you know, traumatized by this game because I was too young to play it or some shit. But no, I really like that thing of the, you know, like just your team shows up, the fucking thing's here staked, and you're like, what the fuck? It's good, it's good. I should remove my Chocobo Lure material. We don't need that no more. What I'm worried about, but we'll cross the bridge when we get to the river. That's not a phrase, Morgan. Yes, it is. It's a thing, okay? It takes all opponents and sometimes because it's stuck. So, depending on how far we go into the story, we might be doing a lot of going back and forth for side content, namely a minigame. That's what I'm talking about in the title of this year's stream, called Fort Condor. And what... Oh... Never mind, ignore me. However... Sorry, let me finish my thoughts. What the fuck are you talking about, Morgan? Okay, so there's this minigame called Fort Condor that essentially... you can redo as you move forward with the story. Ooh, fuck yeah, I like that. Every now and then, when you get past a certain point in the main story, you can head back to the place where the minigame takes place and then play it again. And you get special rewards for clearing everything in that minigame. Excuse me. Which, of course, since we're going for a perfect save here with this playthrough, we're gonna do that. We're gonna keep going back to that same place. But that also means that sometimes, you know, the only time you can catch before moving even further with the story, you can catch the actual change materia. What you got? I cannot. No. Order. Nice. Sorry, old. I'm all over the place. Ah, I'm too excited. Calm down, Morgan. What I just did there, I don't know if you noticed, is that I moved him to the back row and then back to the front row, meaning that he'll deal more damage when using the attack command, but also take more damage. Initially, I wanted to move him back, since Red's kind of like my healer slash, you know, magician, black mage, whatever you want to call it. But I'm stingy with my MP. So, you know, I'm still gonna make him attack you a whole lot, so, yeah. I might give the old materia to the red. I'm gonna check how much magic attack he's got, or to Cloud, anyway. Right, so we're gonna do, again, if we get far enough in the story, we're gonna do a few back and forth just to play the minigame again and again. And yeah, what that means is that sometimes, you know, the window where you can get the next minigame is so short that you need to walk all the way back at a point in the game where, for whatever reason, it's going to be a lot harder, right? So typically, you might have to go back without all your characters here. Status. And I know for a fact that this is going to happen to us fairly soon. But magic attack 40, 30, 36. Alright. got an all as well. That's really nice. You know. It's kind of stupid, though. Yeah. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to be quick, and since I'm trying to be quick, I'm not at all. You know how it goes. So we're gonna give you Fire Elemental, and then you get Steel and enemy skill, which I want at all times. Did I explore everything apart from here? I think so. Right. Anyway, I was worried that that was gonna happen, because I know it is. But no, it's actually... There we go. But something else is going to happen. And that's the reason I'm super worried. It's about... Okay, sorry. Again. Morgan, finish your thoughts. Why am I all... I don't know, I'm excited! Sorry about that. Okay, so... We know... when we were in Calm, remember? I told you guys there was the little quaint town we were in, where they stopped for a minute and started talking about... And we got the flashback and shit, right? When we were there, I told you guys I'd normally, like, explore the whole town and talk to everyone and shit. But I'm not gonna do that right now, because we'll come back later and do that. That was my plan. Again, this is related to my stupid wanting to do a perfect save thing. But the thing is that means we're going to have to cross the swamps in the other way, and that means fighting the Midgardsormr. And I'm really not sure we can pull it off. But we'll see. Again, yeah, we'll freak out about that when we get there. I guess the one thing I want or need to do in Calm, we can absolutely do later on. Hopefully, I hope so. We shall see. We shall see. And the whole thing I'm mumbling about, well, one of the many things that makes me want to do weird stuff like go back and not talk to NPCs and shit, is the, people sometimes call it the dating sim, which I think is a pretty, what do you call it? You know, it's a bit, I wouldn't call it a dating sim is what I'm saying. It's the opposite of a euphemism, right? But there is this mechanic in OG7 where at some point there's a scene that's kind of a date between Cloud and one of the characters. And this character can be either Barrett, Tifa, Aerith, or Yuffie, whom we haven't met in OG just yet. No, there's two fucking... Uh-oh. Just a second. I hoped I'd never see you again. Do you know who I am? Let me just check. I'm pretty sure I can say whatever the fuck I want there. Yeah, we good. Do we blow him off or do we... I actually like Reed. The Turks, right? Well, if you know, then this won't take long. It's difficult to explain what the Turks do. Kidnapping, right? Well, if you wanted to put it negatively, you could say that. But that's not all there is to it anymore. Sir! It's alright, Rude. I know you don't like speeches, so just don't force it. Then, can you please explain, Elena? I'm the newest members of the Turks, Elena. Thanks to what you did to Reno, we're short-handed. But, because of that, I got promoted to the Turks. Anyhow, our job is to find out where Sephiroth is headed. And to try and stop you every step of the way. Wait a minute, it's the other way around. You guys are the ones that are getting in our way. Elena, you talk too much. Mr. Tsang? No need to tell them about our orders. Sorry, Tsang. I thought I gave you orders. Now go. Don't forget to file your report. Oh, right. Very well. Ruth and I will go after Sephiroth then, who's headed for the Junon Arbor. Elena, you don't seem to understand. Oh, I'm sorry. Just to go. Don't let Sephiroth get away. Yes, sir! Oh, and Reno said he wanted to see you after the injuries you gave him healed. He wants to show you his affection. He wants to show his affection for you all with a new weapon. Well, then. Where is Aeris? Isn't she with you? Aeris isn't with us. She's with the others. Oh. Then give her my regards. Huh, shit. And I'm tired of myself, you guys. Remember how when we had that little freak out with the Midgar Zolom, I was all, oh, and I haven't saved a single time since we started streaming. Do you know what I did after that? Save, right? Nope. And I really want to see that scene when we have Aerith in the team, because difference with Ever Crisis right there. In Ever Crisis, all your characters are together, and that's one thing I was excited about, is that so in Ever Crisis we get a lot more we have this little story quest that give us background on the characters, and specifically we get a flashback of Aerith when she was a kid or younger. Well, both actually, anyway. And, you know, we see her relationship with Tsang and how we're, you know, very first reading, you're supposed to think the Turks are the bad guys. Just, you know, straight up bad guys, and we hate them. And then you gotta realize that maybe they're nuanced characters, you know what I'm saying? And this whole Tsang and Aerith thing is very much part of that. But interestingly, in one of the versions, and I thought it was OG, but no, I'm making me doubt myself, and I'll check off stream, actually, if you don't mind. New thing! I've now got a pen! Check, Tsang, hit. Hopefully I can read myself and understand what I meant. Yeah, in one of the versions, Tsang actually, like, hits... How the fuck do I exit? Oh, through here. It's alright, we're getting tons of XP, which is probably a good thing, because we're gonna need to beat the Midgar Zolom, so... Yeah, in one of the versions, Tsang actually strikes Aerith, like he just like smacks her in the belly, which is pretty hardcore. And that just didn't fit at all with that new... Whoa, almost missed that bitch. You know, it's just so weird if you mix that up with the whole, oh, you know, he's a bad guy, he works for the bad guys. He's kind of the, you know, black ops of the bad guys too. I don't mean soldier, I mean the Turks are really, you know, like Cloud was saying, like they do kidnapping and harassing people and probably, you know, assassinations and shit. They're not the good guys. But yeah, but there's also this thing where like Tsang and Aerith had this weird, you know, protector vibe going on. And in Ever Crisis, during that scene where we bump into the Turks in the Mithril Mine, it's very much apparent, right? And so I thought, since again, it seemed to me that the version where he actually hits her was OG, that might be one of the differences between Ever Crisis and OG. And if you were here when we started and you heard my half-hour long rant about how Sephiroth is a lefty in Ever Crisis but right-handed in OG, then you can probably, you know, understand where I'm going with all this. Is that I was super excited about this. If there's a big difference in Sang, the character, between those two timelines, OG and Ever Crisis, then again, it's one of the differences we got, which are not many for now. But no, he also, you know, gave us that weird... Oh, that's it? Those mines are tiny. Alright. Let me save again. I could have saved the other... Anyway. I thought the dungeon would be a lot longer, that's why I went back outside to save. But yeah, no, I'm wondering. And so anyway, I really want to go back and do this again with Aerith on the team, just to see what the dialogue is. And this, my friends, is Fort Condor. But we're not going to go there just yet, because first we're going to go hang out in the forest. Don't worry about it, just trust me with this. You'll understand why in a minute. And one thing I want to check too is limit breaks. And whether I should be using the second one or if I can just spam the first one for those characters where it's more useful now. This is like Pokemon! We're trying to catch a Pokemon! It's kind of funny. If you know what I'm doing right now, it is kind of funny. Because we kind of are trying to catch a Pokemon, but if you have no idea what the fuck I'm doing, stick with me. You'll figure it out in a second. I don't want to give away too much. Yeah, so I'm gonna do that. Homework. I'm gonna check the dialogue, and again, maybe it's... I'm gonna check the dialogue and who the fuck it was, which version it is that Sing actually, like, sucker punches Aerith in. Please tell me you're all dead. Ah! I also did not remember... like, for the fights being so hard. They're not hard, but you know what I'm saying is that I don't even play it in 3x mode all that much, just because I get my ass handed to me. Like, look at it, these motherfuckers hit hard. Then again, I guess, yeah, maybe I'm not supposed to go hang out in the forest at this point in the game, just... I don't know, still, fuck. Red is a dog. Damn, man, that's some big talk, Numax. You're gonna make a lot of Final Fantasy nerds with that shit. Is he a dog or is he more than? Just definitely. What is more than a dog, Morgan? Are you vegan? Interesting thing in Rebirth, you know, he was called and called himself a protector, or was it guardian? Shit. I'm so good at that. Memory is one of my strong suits. Well, yeah, he's been named Guardian and Protector. Backstory, I said I'd say something stupid. I mean, I think you could have, you know, you could have done a lot stupider, Numax. Did you even put your mind to it? Because he does look kind of like a dog. Let's not kid ourselves. Actually, there was this. I was hanging out with this person on Twitch the other day. We're playing Ever Crisis, or watching a dude play Ever Crisis and playing it with him anyway. And he said that to him, Red looked more like a cat than a dog. But no, see what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's up for debates, and it is, believe it or not, an actually debated question. So, not stupid at all. You're right. You're right on topic with this. Come on, Pokemon. But really, I don't know. I think I've got 0 chance of beating the Midgardsordan. We're still gonna catch the Pokemon. Maybe try just the once, see if there's any chance we can do it. Oh, let me try this, because if it works, it's gonna save us a lot of headache later on. Work. Of course it doesn't. This would have made them kill themselves if their level was a multiple of 4. Which I think that's what it would have done. And I don't know if I can rest in Fort Condor. But I'm gonna need to real soon. Real soon! Oh, I just killed the motherfuckers. God. Oh, motherfucker. No! Come on! We good! I know exactly what I'm doing. Fuck. See, I should not. Just automatic. Isn't there an automatic? Whatever. Field. Yes, perfect. Do you think a tent would raise the dead? I mean, in real life, no, probably not. Sure, but here, let's not take any chances. I'm gonna make a shitty save spot there. Try popping a tent and see what happens. Fuck me. Alright. Reloading, yo. Sorry about that. Hey, this is good. This is another thing that we never need. I knew it could be a debate too. Yeah, what isn't in you know, in life, actually. I was gonna say, yeah, where's Final Fantasy nerds? But it's true of many things in life, isn't it? I think for most things that you could say, most statements that you think are completely innocent, probably there's somebody out there for whom it is a really big deal. And not at all an obvious statement. No fights, no fights, no fights. Oh, yeah. Are we gonna go straight into the minigame if I do this? We've been fighting the Shinra on this battlefield for a long time. We've still settled in for a long war with them. Could you spare some time and help us fight them? We don't want to sound pushy, so if you're busy with something, why don't you finish that first? We'll help ya. Fuck Shinra. Really? Then go on up and they'll fill you in on the details. I feel so bad about being terrible at this. I almost fucking died to random monsters on the world map. I should not fuck with the... yes, there are beds. That's my shit. That's what I want to see. But also, I could have used the PHS, whatever the fuck that is, and, you know, gotten the girls in, and I would have had a full party and stuff, but that would have felt cheap. Please tell me you guys are gonna let me rest for free. Come on! I just want to sleep, please! Am I supposed to use a fucking tent? Hello, I'm sorry, but we're not selling anything now. We're using everything we have for ourselves. Sorry, but I can't sell you anything now. I know. Fuck. Let me check the world map. Maybe we can go to... I know I didn't talk to the old guy. That was intentional because he's the one we need to talk to for the minigame. And I don't want to start it just yet. Just because I'm paranoid. Cute. Do you guys want to see it too? See what? The Condor! It's huge! Come on, have a look! We just did, but thanks, bro. What do you think? Awesome, huh? Shit. Okay, but while we're here, and I'm trying to figure out how to raise my characters because I suck at this fucking game. Fort Condor in Remake and Rebirth is a minigame that ZA really hates. It's also a minigame here, but it's different. It's like an actual whole thing. In Remake Rebirth, it's this weird, like, alternate reality, whatever the fuck is going on with it. We don't really know for sure. You know what I'm thinking? I did save right as we escaped the mines, right? This is so cheap. I can't believe I'm doing this, but... How the fuck did I manage to play this game when I was a kid? It is hard! It's a hard game! Yeah. You'll close your eyes for a minute. Just gonna do a quick, you know, SNLing, as we call it. Save and load. And we'll be more careful. That's how you learn, right? There, we should be... Yes. All mostly alive. That is good. There we go. And let me just check the world map. Where the fuck is Junon? It's like super far. Alright. Let's go catch that Pokemon. So yeah, in Remake Rebirth, it's this whole thing. But here, it is an actual, you know, in world, it is a small community that is still fighting against Shinra supremacy and hanging on as they can, you know, fighting a good fight, which is interesting. But we'll get back to 4th Condor very, very soon. And the other thing is that there also is an actual real-life Condor. Do I get my MP back when I level up? Of course not. This is 97, Morgan. You should suffer. Come on, Pokemon! Nope. That's not a Pokemon! Yes. Give me that good shit. Give me that good shit, Red! I don't want to die again! Technically, I didn't die, right? It was no game over. It was just a quick save and load. I could have pretended that I went on the break and then done it, and you guys would have never been the wiser. I wonder if I can use PHS, get one of the girls in, give her the cure materia, heal myself, and then get her the fuck out again. And I probably can. I probably can. Well, it's not... We're not that desperate just yet, are we? 5. Motherfucker. Alright. 1 second, y'all. Materia time. Give me an... This is smart, though. It is good to have 2 alls. Alright. What about potions? I'm getting Gale every fight, right? I can afford to waste a few. That way I can save Red's MP. Because imagine if we find the Pokemon and I get my ass handed to me. That would be embarrassing. Also, I should sense those motherfuckers so that I know. Look at this shit! They hit so fucking hard. There's so many of them. Sense, yeah. And then get my materia in order so that we can at least, you know. It looks like they don't like ice. That's what worries me. No, what are you doing? Cloud! Kill one of them for fuck's sakes! Alright, so while I'm struggling like hell with this... Alright, level 15... Shit, it doesn't give us elemental weaknesses. We do know they're almost dead though, so there's that. What am I doing? So the Pokemon thing is something that can occur at several points throughout the game, but like the, you know, the further you get into the game, the more likely it is to happen whenever you are hanging out in the forest. And I'm trying to get it at the earliest possible time. so it is the lowest odds that we'll actually find the Pokemon. And the worst is that the whole reason I'm doing this... Well, no, I would have done it anyway, I think, because it's fun to do it at this stage. Just... Anyway. But yeah. It's also like... That thing about going back to Calm so that we can get the perfect save bullshit. Is that I need the Pokemon to really do it the perfect way. I'm being stupid. That's alright. That's alright! It gives us time to just shoot the shit. Like, for instance... I tried telling you guys, hey, maybe I can, like, reverse jinx it. Like, you know how when you're waiting for someone to show up, so you're not starting... You know, like, you're like, oh, I could be doing this, but I don't want to get started with it, because person I'm waiting for is going to show up the minute I start it, and just wait, and they're late, and so you start doing the thing that you would have done if you were not waiting on them, and then the minute you do, as expected, they show up. You know what I'm saying? Like the fucking, what do you want to call it? Like the elevator fucking syndrome thing, right? Same thing. I tried telling you guys this, I think, during both of my last streams, and I never got to the end of that story because I was getting, you know, distracted by stuff happening in the game. So maybe, if I start talking about that cursed story, the fucking Pokemon would show up, right? Sure, Morgan, that makes a lot of sense. Thank you. I should also check whether I can go to Junon and stock up on potions and rest at the inn and shit, because otherwise we're really fucked. But we're leveling up! So it's not wasted time. This is OG, this is old school! Oh fuck, I'm almost out of potions. Alright. I'm gonna burn some MP, and we're gonna go to Junon and just make sure that we can reach the inn. Actually, Fort Condor is probably optional. I'm gonna save again, and let's go see if... Or, new plan. I'm sorry, y'all, I'm figuring this out on the go. I did not expect... What did I not expect exactly? What threw me off so bad? I'm not sure, but... yeah, let's keep it to shit safe. Let's go do the minigame in Fort Condor. Move forward with the story a bit. And hopefully, after this... Where is Junon? Let's see, head north along the coast, keep going a ways, and you'll run into Junon. But be alert, because it sits in the shadows of a small hill. Imagine if in real life, when somebody asks you a question, and you give them, you know, like, the opposite answer to what they wanted, you just repeated the exact same thing you said that led to the question, until they gave you the answer you wanted. I'm sure this would work, man. Like, life would be easy. You'd get whatever you want. People would think you're weird, but then again, at least in my case, that's already sort of the case, so what have I got to lose, eh? Alright, old man.
Now this is something. I never thought anyone would ever climb up here. Your eyes are different, aren't they? Well, anyhow, any minute now, this'll be a battlefield against Shinra. You'd better get down before you get involved.
Shinra, the hell are those jackasses doing here? The Shinra.
It appears you have a problem with Shinra too. After all, you climbed up here. Why not listen to what I have to say for a moment?
I guess so.
Do you know what's at the top of this mountain?
Huh? Something's up there?
The reactor and the condor.
I can see you're very perceptive. Yes, it's a reactor and a condor. It seems the Shinra doesn't like the idea of having a condor on top of the reactor.
Damn, that's one big bird. But why are they trying to get rid of it with the weapons? It's not very logical.
It seems there's some type of special materia in the reactor above us. And because the condor came, the Shinra rushed troops here. The military wants to get the condor in all the villages off this mountain. The condor is now warming its egg, which hatches only once every few years. We would like to protect the condor from being harmed.
New lives. I'll do it. I'll protect them from Shinra. So, to protect the egg, are you gonna protect the reactor?
Unfortunately, we don't have the ability to fight Shinra ourselves. That's why we have hired soldiers to help us. As our sponsor, you can help us with a contribution, or by fighting alongside of us. What do you think? You wanna join us in our fight, young man?
What's there to think about? We're gonna do it! We can fuck Shinra up! You decide what we're going to do, Cloud.
Alright!
Hey, welcome to the rescue. Right, let me lend a hand too.
Can I use your bed, sir? Before we go fight Shinra and shit?
Yes, yes. I've also told the store owners about you, so they should sell you various items. And feel free to use our beds!
Fuck yeah, alright. We did it, y'all. We're gonna get that Pokemon! You hang in there. Yes, give me potions. I should have checked how many, Oh, that would have probably been smarter. How many gil we get per fight in that forest. And then, you know, we could be a little smarter with the way we're doing things. I'm kind of tempted to... No, let's save our money. Let's save our money. Hey, shut up. Shut up. Hold on. I'm so fucking glad that worked out. Exactly. This is like the best. I could not have scripted this better.
Hey, let's get some rest.
We'll get some rest. Alright, we can go back to farming the secret thing I don't want to tell you guys too much about. Before we even do the minigame, and that's really nice. Let me save here. Midgar Zolom. It is a case of... And I've spoken about this before. You know, translations being weird and how... Back in 97, you know, things, even for a AAA game like FF7, which, fun fact, was the first AAA game. You know, things just weren't as streamlined as they are now in terms of localization and translations and shit. And what this means is that there are things that get translated weirdly. Now, I am not positive that what I'm gonna say is actually the case specifically with the whole Midgar Zolom thing, but considering how it sounds, I'm pretty sure. Now, you know how in Japanese, things are written in either kanji, hiragana, or katakana, and one of those alphabets is used for foreign words. And there's a great many, you know, monsters and characters and stuff, just generally speaking, in Final Fantasy, that is named after foreign, meaning non-Japanese stuff, right? They take inspiration from all kinds of mythologies, myths, you know, history, real life, you name it. Like, everything's in there. And then, in Japanese, they use katakana to write, to kind of like write phonetically how those foreign words sound, right? One such example is Midgar Solmer from Scandinavian mythology, that, you know, is like a recurring thing in Final Fantasies. And when they translated 7 into English, they looked at the, you know, katakana for Midgar Solmer, but it sounded like, I don't want to, I have no idea, but probably something like, you know, Midugaru Sarumuru or some shit. And since the city right next to it is called Midgar, again, this is, I'm not saying this is exactly what went down, I'm speculating a tiny bit, but just listen to it and you'll see that it makes a lot of sense. I'm sure you can find the exact story online, but, you know, I know of a very similar example with Final Fantasy, and I think there's a very good chance that's what happened. So, you know, the translators kind of go like, Midugaru sounds very much like the city, so it's probably something related to Midgar, you know, either they didn't think of Midgardsormr from mythology, or they were just they didn't know about it, right? Like, shit, I don't think I'd know. Well, maybe because I had my whole mythology phase and I played Age of Mythology and shit. But I'm sure there's a bunch of people. Yes! Woo, shit, sorry. I hope none of y'all were wearing headphones. Look at this! We found our Pokemon! And it's not a Pokemon, it's a young girl! Alright. Give me just a second, because I really don't want to fuck this up. Okay, first order of business is beating her ass to the ground. We can do that. Right? Please don't be too strong for me. Who's that? That is shit. What are you doing? If you've played Final Fantasy before or watched me stream one of the 2 other versions, you know who this is. I'm not gonna say her name before she does, but
This is exciting!
she's a lot less strong than the motherfucking monsters I had to kill just to get her. Ooh, I even get a save point. You know what? I'm gonna save just because I'd be able to botch this. And listen, why can I not? No. Hey, I gotcha. Hey, we've been had. And my money. This fucking bitch, I can't believe myself. Putain! Give me back my money! I can't believe myself. I'm supposed to be a Final Fantasy nerd. Alright, so that was a fake save. And I'm so fucking... Alright, that's alright. We'll get her again. This is fun! Actually, it is, like, it looks like I'm doing this on purpose. Like, I'm making all the, like, first time mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh! I'm gonna go poke the Midgardsormr, or hey, here's Yuffie! Spoiler, sorry. Well, no, you know her name. It's not really a spoiler, is it? You shouldn't know who she is. I'm gonna save! I can't believe myself. That's alright, that way we're getting the full experience, right? And more dialogue and stuff.
This is more insane! This is fun!
And, you know, we get to level up, which again is good for if you want to try and take on the Midgardsormr at this point, which I think there's no chance in hell we can do, but we'll see, we'll see. So, Midgardsormr. Yeah, very fair if they just didn't know about Midgardsormr from mythology. But in any case, you know, I'm guessing the meeting might have gone something like, you know, so Midugaru is the city, sure, right? Sure, so that makes sense. But what the fuck is Zoromu? And they're all like, I don't know, man. Can you think of what Zoromu might be? And I'm talking on my ass right now. I'm just imagining, but you know, like, you know, checking Japanese words that it could be and stuff, like other languages, since it's katakana. What the fuck is a Zoromu? And they ended up, you know, like not ever finding what it was, and gone kind of like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's go to the Midgardsormr. Maybe Zolom is a snake in some other video game. It's a reference we don't have. I don't know. And that's how the Midgardsormr was born. But it's just supposed to be Midgardsormr. Which I think is great. And, you know, in Ever Crisis and Rebirth both, they've renamed it Midgardsormr as it should be. But it's really interesting. And when you see how, you know, nowadays, like with CPU 3, so the, which will soon be renamed something, Creative something. It sounds a lot better than CPU 3. It'll still have the 3 in it. Anyway. CPU 3 is the part of Square Enix that's responsible for, no magic, yeah. Final Fantasy 14 and 16, and 11. And the way CPU 3 works is that their games are written concurrently in English and Japanese, right? So they're not written in Japanese and then translated or localized into English. They actually do both at the same time. And I think, well, I've never played a Final Fantasy in the original language or in Japanese, since I don't speak Japanese yet. But yeah, I think it really shows. And you know, stuff like that, like the Midgar Zolom, would have never happened. And it's actually a thing that the folks from the localization team in CBU3 often say in interviews. You know, they're like, our offices are right down the corridor from the actual writers, and Oda-san, who's kind of like the lore person for 14. Anyway, you know, like, when we have questions like these, we just, like, go ask them. But that's not the way translation happened back in the olden days.
Back in the last millennia.
Which I find is really interesting. And so we get those things like Midgar Zolom that, you know, in hindsight, are really, really fun, right? Like, it's kind of cool. And then it also allows for, like, third-degree jokes, if that makes any sense. What I mean by third degree is that another example of this is the, another, like, you know, it became a meme because it was so fucking absurd, but, in Final Fantasy IV, there's a character that insults another one, who's a bard. It's Stella, I think it's Stella, calling Edward a spoony bard, and so there's this fight with the little 4 graphics. It's fucking amazing, but you know, and he goes like, "You spoony bard," and which of course was just a weird ass fucking translation of an old man insulting a young man, right? And it stuck, and not just with the community who, you know, will think this is hilarious and have for years. There's tons of stuff, like if you Google spoony bard, you'll find tons of Final Fantasy shit. But also, in later Final Fantasies, when they localized it into English, they sometimes made the decision to, you know, like, voluntarily poke fun at themselves, essentially, right? Like the old translation. And so, for instance, in 16... Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was in 16. There's an NPC called Spoony Bard, who's actually a bard. And stuff like that, right? And what I love with this shit is that it's... And 14 is chock full of these references to mistranslations from past titles. And what I love is that you can only get this... Like, you know, obviously that little in-joke is not in the Japanese version of the game, right? Since it doesn't make any sense in Japanese. It's just voluntarily translating something like, you know, it was mistranslated years ago. And, you know, I'm not saying that you if you speak Japanese, you should probably play Final Fantasy games in Japanese. At least non-CPU free Final Fantasy games. But, it's still kind of fun. Like, and it's, I don't know, it makes me feel better about not playing the game in the original language it was written in. Except for CPU free games. Because, you know, we do get our little... There's an upside to playing Final Fantasy in English, is what I'm saying. Although you could play it in Japanese and then hear about the story on the internet or whatever. And but anyway, it's still fun and I like it. Midgar Zolom. I won't be laughing if we try to take it on later tonight. Come on, Jeffy! I'm gonna try my summon on these motherfuckers. Since we can just go rest, actually, I can go crazy with my MP. And we got a trophy! You guys can't see because my face on top of it, but we did. Whoa, nice. Shit. I could have been doing this the whole time. Wait, did Cloud get a spell in before, or did the summon fucking one-shot them? Yeffy, please! Let's try it this way. Whoa. Oh, wait. I thought something else happened. Awesome. Alright, at least this will make things go faster. And I can go back to playing in free super speed mode until we get the Pokemon back. I accidentally hit the fucking cheat button and restored my life and MP. I hate that shit. But I can't turn it off. I know, there's worse. There are worse troubles to be had in the world, Morgan. But what about my sadness? Is it any different from your sadness? Kinda, Cloud, kinda. It is fucked up to realize you've been created. Which, yeah, I didn't even talk about it at all tonight. Despite it usually being the only fucking thing I talk about when we go through any version of the Nibelheim flashback, but I really like thinking, well, I really like, no, it's kind of fucked up, but... Alright, so Sephiroth was created... Actually, let me start with Aerith. Switch things up a bit, right? We know Aerith's mom, Ifalna, was the last full-blooded ancient on the planet. And Aerith is, you know, like a... half-breed would be the bad term for it. Well, you know, she's half human, most likely, half Citra. Which, of course, you know, raises the question, wait, who's Aerith's dad, then? And the really fucked up thing, my really fucked up theory, is that it is none other than Hojo. There she is! Alright. Don't freak out, Morgan, you got this. There, big shot her in the fucking head. Oh no! She turned Cloud into a Frenchman! We still live, though. Okay, don't fuck this up. It's not a real save point. Interestingly, we got more than 200 gil, so we got our money back. Man, I can't believe I lost. I love the theme. You spiky-headed jerk! One more time, let's go one more time! Not interested. Thinking of running away. Stay and fight. Fight, I said! You don't see one like that every day. What's up with that broad? Broad? She's like 17, Barrett. Come on, what's the matter? You're pretty scared of me, huh? Petrified. Just as I thought. What do you expect with my skills? Good luck to you guys too. If you feel up to it, we can go another round. Later. I'm gonna leave. I mean it. Wait a second. What is it? You still have something for me? So is that it? I know you want my help because I'm so good. You want me to go with you? That's right. I thought so. You put me in a spot. What should I do? Well, if you want me that bad, I can't refuse. Alright, I'll go with you. Let's hurry. Hey! Wait! I haven't even told you my name! Yuffie! I'm Yuffie. Good to meet ya. Just as I planned. Now all I have to do is a little this, a little that. Hey, wait up. Wait for me. Here, I'll give you back the money I've stolen from you. Or, what's left of it. Alright, I'm saving so much. Let's save the fuck up. Alright. Yo, this is Yuffie! Yuffie just joined the team. And, alright, so it's very, very different from the Rebirth version. Like always, again, those timelines have, those timelines gone diverge completely. But interestingly, it is. Oh my! Is that a condor? No, it's just a Zemzele. What's that? Okay, never mind. What was I saying? Yeah, interestingly, and this time for real, it is also somewhat different from how it happens in Ever Crisis. Including, there's this whole chocobo thing in Ever Crisis that is not present at all in OG, but that seems to, in my opinion, very strongly imply that we actually meet Yuffie in the Ever Crisis timeline right as we get out of Midgar, you know, like somewhere close to Bill's Chocobo Ranch. Wait, actually, I think it's a sure thing, because there's the whole thing with the Midgar Zolom, or Midgar Stormer. Yes, let's get some rest. So yeah, we meet Yuffie earlier in Ever Crisis than we could possibly do in OG. Again, I got her at the earliest possible point in time where you could. Those are the first forests that you encounter on the world map. And so, you know, I've during this whole like conversation, at any point if I had picked the other answer, she would have left, and we'd have to like get her to spawn again. That's how crazy this shit is. And what's super interesting is that Yuffie is one of 2 missable characters in Final Fantasy VII. You could never encounter her and just finish the whole game and not even know that there's a whole character that you missed, right? And, you know,
back in 97, the internet wasn't everything that it is today, right?
So it's not even one of those things where like it was so well known. Like, it is entirely possible, and I'm sure there are not one, right, but like a great many people actually went through OG7 without ever recruiting Yuffie. Or a great many people probably bumped into her a bunch of times, got shit stolen from them, right? And then, you know, never realized that if you gave her just the right answer every single time, you could get her to join your team. How I love that. We don't do shit like that in modern Final Fantasies, right? Like, in both Ever Crisis and Rebirth, well, Ever Crisis is kind of different in the way it handles characters joining your team, but in Rebirth, it's just hard scripted, right? She just joins the team no matter what you say. And I really like that. I both like it and hate it. It's also why we're doing all this weird shit. You know, missables in old games were such a beautiful, beautiful pain, right? Beautiful pain. I think Genova's hot.
Ask my son, who's standing guard at the shed, about anything related to our military tactics.
Yeah, Hey son. Thanks for accepting. So, shall I let you in on our strategy? The enemy has targeted our mountain reactor and will be climbing to reach it. We must set a trap and hire soldiers to protect the place. Well, this is all we have. This village doesn't have any money. Even if we wanted to fight, we can't, because we're broke. We need 400 gil to hire 1 soldier. So if we hire 20 soldiers, we'd need 8k. We need to ask you to use your own money to hire the soldiers, buy the equipment, set it up, and give the commands. If you don't have time, could you help us with a donation, maybe? If you donate the money, we can hire the soldiers and block Shinra's attack. We know what we're asking for is selfish. We sent our wives and children to another village, but we are resigned to stay. Let's get back to basics. If the enemy reaches this shed, you'll have to fight them off immediately. It's not the end of the world, but if you lose repeatedly, it could be dangerous. Now then, is there anything you wish to ask? You can win by wiping out the enemy or killing the enemy commander. If the enemy reaches the shed, they'll attack and you'll have no choice but to battle immediately. If you lose during direct contact, and even if the enemy gets to the reactor, there's still a chance to win. But it's only a slight chance, and we have no idea how much the reactor can endure in an attack. When we can't defend against the attack any longer, the Shinra will take our lives, and the Condor, and all the materia in the reactor. Now then, is there anything you wish to ask? The enemy. There are 4 types of enemy. Oh my god. Let's not read through all this shit. I'll do that off stream. Watch me fail miserably at the first stage after saying, fuck this shit. We have 15k right now. We need 3k for each battle. How much can you help? Dude. You literally just said you could do 5 fights. Fuck yeah. Other. First off, we must prepare the troops. Move the cursor, thank you fuck. Wherever the X mark does not appear, then press X to set up. After all positions are in place, press circle. This starts the battle. Soldiers can only be arranged near the shed in the beginning. That's because if the soldiers are too far away, they won't be able to follow instructions. You can only put soldiers above the horizontal line at the very bottom. Soldiers can report by pressing X. The cursor will move to the soldier who made the report. Shit, I did not parse that. Press circle and you'll hear the report without moving. And you can bet Shinra will send platoons at you on a regular basis. It would be great if you could spare the time to help us, but if you really don't have time, yeah, you've said that, motherfucker. I'm gonna kick their butts, alright? Just give me a comment of this here thing. Sorry, y'all, let me just read through the thing. Well, again, you're talking about... This is how shit was back in 97, kids. Look at this shit, like, it is so fucking opaque. You have no idea what the actual minigame's gonna look like. They just throw all these instructions at you. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have made such progress in you know, like, showing people, like, in tutorials, man. Fuck. Soldiers can report by pressing X. The cursor will move to the soldier who made the report. Press circle and you'll hear the report without moving. But what are we... Also, I don't want to keep throwing shade at the way it was translated in 97, but you know what I'm saying? I feel like, you know, they did the same thing with like the materia tutorials and stuff. They tried to make it almost Watsonian, like in-world. It's an in-world conversation that makes sense in-world, but it's actually a tutorial for the player. And that leads to some real weirdness about the way things are phrased. Like, what the fuck is a report, man? Why should I care? What are you talking about? But we're fine. We got Yuffie. We can deal with this shit. Hey, looks like they're getting ready to attack right now. Please, any help is appreciated. Preparations ready? Okay, ready. You have 10 enemies. There appear to be many beasts, so you may want to deploy more attackers. Thank you. Gee, that's good advice. All right, attackers. Where's the line? Okay. This is as far down as I can go, eh? Fighter, attack. Oh my god, look at those sprites! It's adorable! Oh, but... Yeah, alright. Let's go with 3 for now and see how this goes. Wait. Oh my god. That's not what I meant to do. I wanted to put attackers! Why do I suck? Why can't I read? You know what? Fuck it. We got tons of guild farming for fucking Yuffie, right? Let's add an attacker and see how it goes. You guys want to report? Oh my god, I have to actually move them myself. Jesus. Again, I haven't not played this in literal years. You know what? I changed my mind, kid. Can you go and attack this motherfucker? And you, buddy, you go there. That way we have one attacker and one fighter. I love this shit so much. I wish ZA were here. I'll show her a plot. She kinda hates Fort Condor in Rebirth. And I feel like if she'd seen this, like the original version... Oh, this little motherfucker's going the other way. Are they gonna catch up to him? Okay, that's the report. So I can go check him out. That makes sense. Are you good? Do you need help? Keep attacking! What are you doing?! No. Alright. Shit, that's a lot of them. Yay! You go, bro. Oh, you got plenty of health left. Yeah, we got this, right? No. Attack her. Yep. Fight it. Okay. Yeah, Zia hated the Rebirth version, and I feel like if she could see what it's based off of, she would probably appreciate it more. Like, even the design in... Oh, fuck. We need more attackers! You! Go help this dude. And attack the beast first. And, strong against... I want strong against the little flying motherfuckers. That's the shooter. There's a stoner. Nice. We're gonna smoke some... and its abilities are... Can roll a stone. Can't move. Yeah, we'll get stone afterwards, man. Let's save the Condor first. Moves fast. I want strong against... I guess it's shooter then. Yep. How you guys doing over there? You're... Oh my god, what are you doing? Go fight this. You need to kill the bird. Are you okay? I'm gonna add one more attacker. God. Okay. Yeah, kill the beast. I feel like they're not doing anything. Yeah, I'm really like... They either need to, you know, like get... Oh shit, this is the commander, I guess. How are we on... we're fine, right? Are you doing... Please tell me you're doing something. You know what? Let this dude handle these... Oh shit, fucks. I want more attackers. Go fight this motherfucker. Okay, great. Now, go fight this. How are we doing here? What are you? Oh my... No, why? Bro, what are you doing? Yeah, he got this. Ooh, fuck. He doesn't. He does not at all. So I think everybody's weak against... oh my god. Against the fucking commander. So let's try and get a tank in here. Yeah. And then an attacker. That makes sense, right? Tank and DPS? Old school. Yeah, shut up. You go kill this motherfucker. Nice. You the MVP, man. Go kill this fucko. How are we doing? I know you encountered an enemy. I told you to fight it! Come on, MVP! Kill the motherfucker! I don't want to spend more gale. Yes. Kick its butt. Alright! Woo! Alright. Again, that's not how I remember it. It was so different in my mind. I did remember it was like a door defense type thing, but I did not remember the graphics were that fucking old school, let's say. How many polygons a troop were there?
You really needed to use your imagination back then, kids. You ain't... Unreal didn't do it all for you.
Woo! That was good. But Shinra's troops will be back. Be sure and scout the area well. We don't know when they'll attack again. We have 1 allies left, so here's 200 gil. Oh, I do get some cash back. Oh yeah, I found this just now on the battlefield. Maybe it'll come in handy for you guys. Magic comb. Alright. How are things going? Seems like there's no activity at Shinra. No, thank you. Enough! Alright, y'all. So, the whole thing he was mumbling about at the beginning, about, oh yeah, you can lose, but also if you lose, then you can win, but you need to fight, but also it's better if you don't fight, but also you can still win. is that if I actually lost the minigame, then this would have given us a an actual fight. And if you win the fight, it still counts as a win, but then you don't get that extra item I just got, the magic comb. Which, speaking of... Nice. And yeah, just get the material back. That's perfect. Alright, let's save the fuck out. Actually, let me check. What level is Yuffie? Shit. I was kind of hoping that her level would not be like calibrated on ours, and since I got her super early in the game, that should be OP and help me with the Midgardsorlum. But that was just not meant to be. Alright, I don't see what I could possibly have done wrong with the stupid save, so I'm gonna keep saving on here. Alright, y'all. We have 1 hour and 20 minutes left. If y'all don't mind, I'm a real take break. I'm gonna take a real quick break. I will be right back. Few minutes. Be right back. Love you all. Thank you for being here. And bearing with me through the farming and stuff. We'll be right back. And, oh yeah, I should tell you before I do this. I've been rambling on about, oh, now that we have Yuffie, we should head back to Calm and shit. We're not gonna do that just now. We're actually gonna move forward with the story a bit, head to Junon, and we'll do the Calm Yuffie thing at some point, but later. I want to move on with the story. We've done enough ridiculous grinding for tonight. So, after the break, on with the story. That's a promise from me to you. Be right back. Don't go anywhere. Hey yo! I'm out of it, you know. I'm sorry. Alright. We're back, y'all. Numax. Loving the 8-bit music. Feels like you're gonna catch a Salamesh on the next push. Right? I fucking love it too, man. And I know Rishenth really does too. And the funny thing, so you know, like, when we play the other versions, it is the same soundtrack, right? Just like they've reworked it, redone the song, and then there's a bunch of new songs, but, you know. And I think they've done a wonderful job with it. But, I still have that thing. It's nice when you talk over the coming back screen, by the way. Cool vibe. Yeah, I mean, if all you heard was me talking, then I'm really worried, because I thought I was talking in my head. You might have heard a few other noises too. Wait, no, you're gonna think it's something much worse than it is. Like a lighter clicking, maybe? I don't know, something like that. Don't worry about that. It's just, it's my cat sister smoking a joint, is all. Yeah, there is something about that 8-bit music, like you say, Manu, that's just... I don't know. Again, maybe it's just me being nostalgic, but I love it. I love it so fucking much. And I think, you know, to really appreciate the talent, the absolute genius of Nobuo Uematsu, the composer for the older Final Fantasies, you kind of need to listen to it, because this motherfucker, you know, he did this with the technology that he had back then, and there, you know, those songs are so fucking strong. Like, you know, during the whole Nibelheim flashback, the vibes we got from just the sound effects and the music and it's amazing, right? And now we've got this ridiculous technology. Again, I'm not saying that the ambience is not wonderful in Rebirth as well, but you know what I'm saying. It's incredible what that man managed to convey through songs with extremely limited technology, is what I'm saying. I just, yeah, I could fanboy over Nobuo Uematsu for hours. But yeah, and yeah, about forgetting to turn my mic off. I get it, and you know, like when I watch streamers, I kind of like when that sort of shit happens, to be honest, where it feels a little, I don't like, not in a weird way. It's not like you're listening in on stuff you shouldn't, or, you know, conversely, when that happens, like somebody forgets to mute themselves and then they're talking to their partner or something, I always feel a little bad. You know, like some streamers are totally okay with that and they do it. But sometimes you can really tell that he meant, or they meant to mute themselves, they just forgot. And there's this whole conversation that you hear that you're not supposed to hear, and I'm always like, you know, I don't want to miss the moment you get back to streaming, but I also don't want to listen in without you knowing. Like, I feel weird and I'm sorry. Obviously, I'm alone right now. I was kidding, my cat is not in here. Yes, she is. She was the one with the lighter noises. But but yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like, I get what you're saying. It's kind of nice too. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm being such a shitty streamer tonight. I think it's a nice switch for a different atmosphere where you talk about other stuff, different perspective kind of in your head. Sure, but then, like, you know, sometimes I did it for like 30 seconds here. Sometimes I do, when I get back from my break, like, actually go back to just, like, you know, me facing the camera and actually talk about stuff. And I do like that as well. Like, I think it's totally okay to take a break from the game, like, actually actively pause it and just chat for a bit, for sure. But it still feels different to me. You know, I totally understand what you're saying. It is something that I plan on, like, I'll keep on doing that sometimes when I feel like it. But it's different from forgetting to mute yourself and then you're here in front of your computer doing whatever the fuck and expecting, you know what I'm saying? Like, when there's a difference when I know that you guys, when I think that you guys can't hear what I'm doing and actually you can. But again, there's nothing too weird goes on in here, so it's also probably fine mostly. It'll never get too weird, but yeah, exactly. Has to be decided. Has to be intentional on my part for it to give that vibe. But absolutely. And I know, Numa, you know, from our discussions, I know that you really like those moments where we just chat and shit. But I also feel like some viewers are, you know, like they're here to see the story of the game or to see me watch the game or whatever, and they, well, I mean, you know, just saying something really obvious here, but. Yeah, some folks would rather I play more and talk less, and I do feel like it's actually kind of funny how my mood, you know, like I reflect back on streaming. I'm doing it right now, aren't I? Let's just fucking do it. I think back on my streams and shit a lot, as you can imagine, right? Because I want to be good at it. And it's something I've noticed is that sometimes, and it's not even specific, like there are sections where there's this one time where at the end of the stream for like 15 minutes, Ye and I just like talked politics and that was it, you know, like there was no playing the game whatsoever, and I actually loved it. And it's also the kind of streamer I want to be. I want to talk about shit and not just the game. But yeah, I do feel like for some other folks, it's really not what they're expecting from a stream, and I guess it's a matter of, you know, finding your public and also me doing what I feel comfortable doing and shit. So yeah, it's, I don't know, it'll definitely happen. There's moments like we're doing right now, and it is something I'm thinking about. And yeah, the funny thing is that looking back at my streams, not even necessarily like rewatching the videos and stuff, which I do sometimes, but even just right after I call it wrap and kill it. You know, I have that feeling where sometimes I'm like, shit, man, you just spent so much time talking about stuff. And then sometimes I'm like, you were very quiet tonight. But the nice thing is that at least when I feel like I'm being very quiet, which I always feel weird about that when I don't talk as much. But also it usually means that we do get more done in the game, which is also nice. So, I don't know. What will matter always is what your thing is. Yeah, exactly. And I hope it's okay that I'm still kind of finding my groove, right? Like, I've been doing this for, 4 months now? And a little more? 5 months. Fuck. Well, yeah, you know, I'm still trying to find my groove, and I think that's okay. Thank you guys so much for bearing with me, by the way, while I work the kinks out, try to figure out the kind of streamer I want to be. But yeah, you know, it's just sometimes... I guess it's always the same when you do something that you're new at, right? Where you know, when you're done doing it, you always have that thing with yourself. Sometimes you feel good about something you've done, and sometimes you don't. And sometimes it's hard to actually put words on why you feel that way about things. And yeah, I get that a lot with my streams. Like, there's some of them I just, you know, come off the stream and I feel fucking high on, you know, I'm just so glad it went exactly like I wanted and shit. And sometimes much less so, and I'm like, I don't know, you know, like, alright, so you think this stream wasn't great, why exactly? And I try to have this, like, debrief with myself, and sometimes it's really hard, because I can't even really tell. It was just something about, I don't know, the mood or something. Seems dull, I know, but you know what I mean. No, it does not seem dull at all, Numax. I know exactly what you mean. You're absolutely right, is that, yeah, that's, I need to figure out what my thing is, like yeah, just saying, and then stick with it and hope I find the public that enjoys it. Faking yourself to whatever extent will always crumble at some point, especially attracting viewers that make sense. Yeah, and that's also why I refuse to do. Again, like, so there's stuff very early on, like my very first stream, I had this thing where I was like, I want to explore everything because this is a Final Fantasy game that I'm playing for the first time, but I feel like this is not what the viewers want. I kind of tried to force myself not to do it. I felt bad about it. I did it anyway, but not really as thoroughly as I wanted to. And that's the typical example where, I ended the stream being like, I'm unhappy about this. Like, I did not get the experience I like. I did not play this game the way I like playing it. And I did not even, I did not even fake it to the extent that I wanted to. Like, I did not just stick with the story and not talk too much and shit. So, yeah, no, I do think that, especially if you want to do this for a long time, which is kind of what I seem to be, on the rails for right now, I think it's important that, yeah, you do what you enjoy doing. But that does mean that, yeah, sure, some folks might, like, look at, end up on my stream, watch it for 5 minutes, and be like, why the fuck is this guy talking? Where's Final Fantasy VII? I don't want to see an old bearded French dude just talk to the camera. But yeah, it's my thing, and I need to figure out my thing, and then find the viewers that match it, if they exist. If not, it's fine, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah, the reflexivity is super interesting. Creates a movement dichotomy, points at uncertainty, but like when it vers l'infini, only points towards a solid, grounded you. Yeah, and I also think that, again, if I stick to this and it becomes something, we will all look back at this, like the early stages when I was kind of figuring shit out and figuring myself out as a streamer, with fondness. It's weird to think that far ahead, isn't it? But I can't help it. And yeah, again, I think it's fine. If I'm still doing this shit in 5 years, I'll probably look back at those early streams and be like, Jesus, Morgan, what were you doing? But it's part of the fun. And I do hope that for you guys that have been sticking with me, and again, I can't say how much I appreciate it, that it is also fun for you guys to see it live, right? Like, also see how much I change and get comfortable with some things and give up on others and shit as we go along. Depends on what you seek in the end. Attracting people in the short run or the long run, people interested, people just willing to snack content. Yep, exactly, I agree with you. And I figure, and this is also the, like, what I've been doing to grow my channel, or rather what I haven't been doing to grow my channel. I think a lot of it is not laziness, but, procrastination, that I get carried away doing other stuff, real life stuff, whatever. And that's why I'm not doing the things that I probably should be working on right now if I want to grow my my channel. But also, yeah, I do feel like there's a spot of, I think I'd rather it never happened, it being my channel growing, rather than it growing for the wrong reasons, you know what I'm saying? And ending up, like you were saying earlier, like, faking it, pretending to do things differently because I think that's what attracts people, or even if I figured out what it is that attracted people, doing it just for that specifically, and then getting stuck in that weird thing where it becomes a fucking job, right? Which is not what I want. I want to do this for fun, I want to do it because I want to do it, and I want to do it the way I feel like doing it. And if I'm not enjoying myself, I know it won't work. But I reckon it won't work in whatever way, mentally especially, I guess, if it's raised away from you too much. Exactly. I feel like we're getting to the same conclusion. Doesn't exclude you from performing or using standard channels for acquisition, viewership, or whatever. Yeah, for sure. And I do like, there are sometimes things that I do kind of in the hopes that maybe it'll attract viewers. I try not to be too heavy-handed with that shit. But for sure, I mean, I do want this to grow, right? Eventually. But yeah, and maybe it is naive of me, I don't know. But yeah, I want it to happen as much as possible in an organic way, if that makes any sense. Like, just actually people finding this channel and seeing that this is what they want without me performing. And there are tiny little things where, like you say, I'm not saying that I will make zero efforts and stuff. And also, when you guys give me feedback, and I hope you can tell, I absolutely do take it into account and try to get better at the whole thing. But you know what I'm saying is that I'm not gonna... Yeah, I'm not going to pretend, I'm not going to force myself to do things differently and stuff. I just... You know, if this here thing is to become more of a thing, then I want it to happen on my own terms and doing it in a way that I enjoy. And also, that also means that I do it naturally and I don't have to force myself and stuff. And hopefully that means that I won't... I'm nowhere near that point, but you know, a lot of streamers talk about fatigue and stuff and feeling... obligated to stream and stuff like that. I'm still excited as fuck every time I stream. I actually, I think I'm probably gonna start streaming a bit more, but not with the same... Anyway, I'll talk about this later, but... You know, I'm at a point right now where I want to stream more rather than less, which I think is great, and I do feel like trying to yeah, not fake it, like do it the way I want to, even if it's sometimes a little wonky, will make me able to keep on doing this for longer, if that makes any sense. But I guess it's a mix of those, the professional thing. Yeah, exactly. I think if you... Again, that's what I'm saying, is that I'm not saying that I'm completely winging it and not making any effort, or, you know, thinking about ways to improve stuff. Like, I realize there's a lightning issue here. I do have it on my mind. I have some ideas to fix it that will not cost too much, because I can't invest much at all. But, you know, it is a mix of those, and I think right now I'm happy with the mix of just, you know, doing it the way I feel like it. Like, I don't like winging it, because again, it makes it sound like I'm not thinking about it or actively trying to get better, but, you know, doing it in the way that I feel comfortable with, and that makes it enjoyable for me, but also still, you know, keeping in mind that there's definitely ways to improve that I should be working on, and hopefully that balance is alright. We'll see how things work out, right? And I can always, you know, go either way, like, stop worrying about what little I do worry about and go completely winging it, or I could go, alright, Morgan, let's get more serious about this at a later point. Nothing, you know, but yeah, right now I'm kind of happy with the balance that I have. Do want to prevent you from playing, though? No, are you kidding? Again, like I was saying, I love this menu. I absolutely love this. This is what I want. This is what I want. If I just wanted to play OG7, I would not be streaming in the first place. I fucking love it. And I already know, you know, we've got 1 hour left. I already know I'll walk out of this stream feeling happy about it. In great part, thanks to you guys all being here and being active in chat. This little conversation that the two of us just had. It really is what I want. You know, that shit makes me happy. That shit makes me want to keep on streaming. I'd be playing Final Fantasy anyway, as long as there's fucking, you know, electricity up in here. I will be playing Final Fantasy. But yeah, the whole streaming thing. Thank you, Manu. Thank you, really. I enjoy that shit. And yeah, I love it. And thanks for all your feedback, and thanks for all your thoughts. And, you know, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, Numax. Alright, y'all. We are in Junon. Under Junon, actually. What happened to this town? It's so run down. There's you know, one thing that strikes me, especially as you know, like he keeps saying, I'm a little obsessive about those things. So, you know, me wanting to...
Whoa, no, this is rare. We almost never have anyone other than Shinra people visit this town. I know you guys want to go to the Western Continent, but the only way is on a Shinra ship.
I'm amazed, and it's another thing I did not remember, or possibly, yeah, no, second playthrough with my cousin, I probably realized it, but if you see a weapon you want, you'd better buy it. Actually, I do believe... Sorry, give me 1 second... No, you want a mithril clip. Is that... Yeah, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but there are so many occurrences where... So, I can only have 3 characters on my team at any given point, right? And the PHS, whatever the fuck that is, shit! Let me note this down, because I need... The world needs to know! I need to know what the fuck PHS is, but... With the PHS, I can switch characters on save points and stuff. But there are a great many occurrences where the characters I actually have on my team will be talking. When we met the Turks in the Mithril Mine, that's what happened. We had the Red and Barret dialogue, but we did not get the Tifa and Aerith dialogue. when we found Yuffie, it was the same thing. We could see what Red and Barrett were thinking about it, but not the girls. And we would have had gotten different dialogue if they'd been on the team. And I don't know, I find that amazing. And I guess, again, it's not all that crazy for... And back then, I guess this sort of stuff happened a lot. But, you know... Again, I don't want to talk about all video games because I only play Final Fantasies, but you'd never see that sort of shit in a modern Final Fantasy. Or... You know, there'd be a few occurrences of, oh, if you actually have that set up, at this point you get extra dialogue, but that's it, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy, it's crazy.
Ever since Shinra built that city up above during the war, there's been no fish in the water. It got so polluted.
This is down to the beach. I also love, like always. What kind of place is this?
Who are you people? Where do you come from?
Did you see a man with a black cape?
I've never seen that fella before. There's nothing here now, but it used to be a busy port.
Hey! This is Shinra Incorporated's elevator. Don't be snooping around here.
Shit, no. See, Numax, like, we had this, oh! We're in Priscilla's room! And we just, like, walked all over her bed with our shoes that are probably full of blood and mud and shit. We're good people. Is there anything we can steal while we're here? No. I guess it's in Upper Junon that I can buy the thing I want to buy.
Hey, Mr. Dolphin! My name is Priscilla. Now you say it. Who are you guys? Are you members of Shinra Incorporated?
No, you got it all wrong. We're fighting against the Shinra.
That's how it is.
I don't believe you! Get out of here!
Great.
Hey, that's a monster.
Be careful, Mr. Dolphin!
Hey, hold on! We're coming! See what I was just talking about? Perfect example. Like, we only get what the guys that I have on the team are saying, right? We'll never know. Well, we'll need to replay the game if we want to know. Shit, I sensed it and I didn't even read the info. That's alright. Yeah, we need to replay it if we want to see what Tifa and Aerith would have said. Oh, interesting, we can't attack it. And the other funny thing, again about memories and how I remembered this game and shit, is that I forgot who Priscilla was. Priscilla specifically, but, you know. I did remember a bit about a dolphin or some shit. But I did not remember this boss at all. And when I was playing that section on Rebirth, Krieger said, wait, I don't remember this shit at all. Was that in OG? And yeah, we were both wrong. There was this monster. What's it doing? Oh no, it's stuck red in the bubble. I'm gonna assume that I can't. Nope. I just hit my friend. Oh my god, fuck! He's dying real quick. Don't die, Red! How do I get him out of the fucking bubble? Oh fuck, he's dead now. No! And Cloud's in the bubble! Whoa, and when you die, you lose your fucking limit break. I need to figure out how to break out of the bubble. Or I'm really screwed. No, don't bubble up! One of my characters, you motherfucker! God damn it. Let me try this shit again? I'm just killing him faster than, try it again. Red, yeah. Oh, maybe use magic? I think we're gonna wipe.
That's alright, this is fun!
Then again, the motherfucker's almost dead. If I could just finish him up. And he's a fish, he probably hates lightning, right? Come on. Good night, Numa. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. Thank you so much for all the discussion. I will see you very, very soon. Yes, the minute I get my money, I'll take my train tickets. And I will see you very, very soon. Good night, my friend. Sleep tight. Thanks again for everything. Oh shit, if he bubbles Barret up, I'm done for. Ah, he's dead, so we good. We good. I can't believe how much I suck. Who's talking?
This is bad. You don't think she's dead, do you?
Priscilla! Nope. She's not breathing. Okay, help her. Young man, do CPR! Mouth to mouth? Come on, Claude. But she's just a girl.
Well, you know, I can't.
What? You don't know how? Come over here, I'll show you. Guess I gotta do it. Why don't you just do CPR then, old man? Just take a deep breath, hold it in, then breathe into her. Hurry up and do it. Press square once to start the CPR gauge, then press it again to stop the gauge. Gauge. I love this. This is so fucking old school. Look at this shit. That also did not happen in either Rebirth or Ever Crisis. Oh, come on, girl. Are you even trying?
Don't go towards the light, Priscilla. Come back to us. Mr. Dolphin needs you.
Fuck me. No, what are you? Cloud.
Ah.
That's not the sound you make when you get rid of the water in your lungs, is it? Hey, Priscilla, are you alright? Hey, Mr. Dolphin. Mr. Dolphin's not here. Alright. Now, this is one example of what I was talking about earlier, you guys. In that... Ooh, very interesting. No? Huh. Alright. Yeah, you said, sir.
Hey, come in for a while. I heard what happened. You've done so much for Priscilla. You all must be tired. If you want to get some rest, stay here. Make yourselves at home.
Well, thank you, ma'am.
I'm gonna relax for a while.
Yeah. Let's rest. We'll try later.
That reminds me.
You again. Who are you?
You'll find out soon. But more importantly, 5 years ago.
5 years ago. Nibelheim?
When you went to Mount Nibel, Tifa was your guide, right?
Yeah. That surprised me.
But where was Tifa other than that?
I don't know.
Wasn't a great chance for you two to see each other again?
You're right.
Why couldn't you see each other alone?
I don't know. I can't remember clearly.
Why don't you try asking Tifa?
Yeah.
Then get up!
Hey, wake up! Wake up, Cloud! Tifa. When Sephiroth and I went to Nibelheim, where were you? We saw each other, right? The other time. Again, weird translation here. In Ever Crisis, they translated it as something like, I don't remember precisely, but it's something like, no, but I mean, other than that, like, you know, the rest of the time. Why didn't we meet up, just you and me? No. It was 5 years ago, I don't remember. But, something seems strange outside. Cloud, come quick. Alright. So like I was saying, now this is it. I've only got Cloud, right? The others are doing their thing. But
For the past few decades, the only thing I've been hearing about is the Shinra. I miss the times when we used to talk only about fish.
We are actually going to head all the way back to Fort Condor
For the second Fort Condor battle, yay!
and yeah, so this little very weird dialogue when Cloud's sleeping, somebody's talking to him, pointing out, like, you know, I've been saying that there's something very, 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 very weird about the whole Nibelheim thing, and that voice in his head, you know, agrees with me, it would appear, asking him to go talk to Tifa more about it, because it's weird. And yeah, when I say, so it's the exact same in Ever Crisis. Again, so far no big changes. And yeah, since I did not remember it from OG, I was kind of hoping that it was not in OG, but it is, huh? Oh, this motherfucker's flying there. You can burn. I'm gonna give myself the healing materia for this solo trip. Where am I? No, it is nice to have an AoE, isn't it? Yeah, fuck it. Oh, the motherfuckers. I did not remove the materia from the other characters, so now I'm fucked. That's alright. We're almost there. let's stay well clear of the fucking forest. And we'll be just fine. Yeah. That's one of you motherfuckers dead. Minutes left. Yeah, yo, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the second Fourth Condor battle, then head back to Junon, save outside of Junon, and we'll see what time it is. It'll probably be 5:30 by then. But even if it ain't, if y'all don't mind, I'm gonna call it a bit early tonight. The only reason for that is, you know, I'm worried about this whole thing about going back to calm, and I feel like we're probably not going to be able to now. If we move forward with the story, we might just end up on the boat like we did in Rebirth, right? So, yes, rest cloud. Also, so we shall be back on Tuesday for some Rebirth action, like every Tuesday. And like I was kind of, when I was talking, well, rambling, and Numa was kind enough to humor me, and talk back, not talk back, but, you know, have a conversation with me. Anyway, I've kind of been thinking about doing some Ever Crisis streams, but not like, you know, story focused, actual streams where I, you know what, I'm gonna buy a couple tents too. I feel like we're rich as fuck, and I see no reason not to. Oh, and you know what? Fuck this. I'm gonna buy another restore, because this will definitely come in handy.
Look at me spending all our money!
Yep. There you go. That's for the way back. Yeah, like I was saying, I am seriously considering doing some Ever Crisis, streams where I actually play the game the way it's meant to be played, like actually farming stuff, doing high-end content and shit. So I might very well do this, but if I do, what I'm, well, at least where I'm at right now, you know, thinking about it is nothing right now. Is, yeah, I'll just, ooh, there are barbarians. There are more than 20. Set up for a balanced attack or we'll be in trouble. Alright. The best defense is a good offense. So yeah. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure I'm gonna start this week, but I just might, because it kind of makes sense. So yeah, if I do... these fucking birds. I'm gonna need rangers. If I do one of these streams this week, you know, like, I'm just gonna hop on Twitch and launch the stream and shit. Not try to make it a regular, you know, reoccurring thing like I do those 7 related streams. And we'll see. But yeah, this might be a new thing happening on this channel soon. And also, I keep talking about it, but we're getting real close to the Dawn Trail launch. And that means I really should start thinking about prepping for my world first. What the f- Are you stuck, you fucking idiot? No. Go fight this motherfucker. Oh my god, look at them. I can't believe this shit. Yeah, you. Go kill this motherfucker. You. You go kill this motherfucker. And you. You go kill this motherfucker. Perfect. At least one of yous is listening. You go here. You go here. You're not doing anything, are you? We'll go here. Yeah, great. Shit. You! Actually, attack this one. Same for you! Rangers! You take down the birds! And little attackers... Attackers! You take down dudes. How's that, okay? You go get this one, and you go get this one. Alright. Is everybody doing something? Ooh, perfect. You beat the shit out of him for me, yeah? That is awesome. Alright, so, what? No. Go as far towards that lane as you can, okay? You wanna be right on their fucking asses. Arrived at the directed position. Good for you! Now, as soon as the enemies appear, you attack them, okay? You do not just stand there thinking about what you're gonna do tonight when this is done, okay? This is war! I want y'all focus. Awesome. You. You guys are fighting, right? No, you're not fighting. You're just going to where I told you to go. You guys really listen to my orders. I guess I can't take that away from you. Sometimes, you know, you guys could... Oh my god, I'm becoming a manager. That's how you start voting right wing and shit. I'm sorry, you'll do whatever you want. Woo! Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. That shit was too easy. Woo, that was good. But Shinra troops will be back. Be sure and scout the area well. We don't know when they'll attack again. We have 6 allies left, so here's 1.2k. Oh yeah, I found this just now on the battlefield. Maybe it'll come in handy for you guys. Peace ring. That sounds like... No, I thought it was the thing that made you not get any random encounters. Which I would not have used. If only because I want all that XP. But... now you're already rested, but you can save, Claire. I'll give you that. No, let's play it safe. Right, I've got essentially infinite saving slots, so really no need to be stingy with this shit. Yes. Hop on there. Do you guys remember memory cards?
I remember.
We were actually limited in the number of save files you could have. I'm so old. Alrighty. Yeah. Let's go to Junon. I'm gonna check a few things, and we'll probably end a tiny bit early, just so that I can. This whole con thing is that so. I told you guys that there's this dating mechanism, right? And I want to get the date with Barrett. And that means that whenever I can, there's like 1,000 things that you do that affects how other characters think about you, right? And so that's why, you know, part of the reason why my main gang so far has been Barrett, Red, and Cloud, is that not taking any of the girls means that they never get points for being in the party at the right moment. Well, anyway, in Calm, there are a few NPCs that have dialogue, and if you talk to them while having Barrett and Yuffie in your team, depending on what you reply to them, you can, you know, there's one answer that makes Barrett like you more, and Yuffie like you less. which is what I wanted to do, because I've read that that was a thing you could do. And the thing is that, you know, like you've seen tonight, you're not really supposed to get Yuffie. Even I kind of pushed it to get her this early, right? You're definitely not supposed to have her on your team when you're in Calm. And it's probably fine. Like, you know, you don't really need to do everything perfectly to get Barrett to be the one that has the maximum points, like that you end up on a date with. But I wanted to play it safe and do every single little thing, and since I read that you could actually lose Yuffie points at this stage in the game, I figured why not? We'll just get Yuffie, then go back to Calm. That's why I was all weird about Calm, and when I've been mumbling about it ever since, like, I'm gonna actually need to fight the Midgard's early on. And yeah, that's the reason why I was thinking of stopping the stream here. But you know what? Now that I'm thinking some more, it makes no sense, because it can be one of two things, right? Either I'm fucked, and then I should have just gotten the Barrett points rather than none at all, in which case I'll need to redo the whole section we did tonight off stream, so that we can pick up where we left off next time we play OG. Or we're fine and we can go back to Calm later on and still get those dialogue options. But if we're fine, then we might as well move forward with the story. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no point in stopping here. Let me just check my checklist real quick, and then we'll move forward a tiny bit further. Okay, we're good. Yep, you've said, ma'am. Hey friends, the whole gang's here for once. Yep, alright. Let's do our due diligence and just go check here that nothing new appeared. Nope.
What?
What I want is a Mitchell clip. But that actually looks really good too. I should strip Yuffie of her accessory, because it looks better than what I have on my main dudes.
Does this have something to do with the Shinra?
I like how they're saying the Shinra in OG. I feel like in Remake Rebirth they just say Shinra. Like, this is like the Social Network. Justin Timberlake came and was like, you know what? Drop the V. Just Shinra.
What's this loud music? It's giving me a headache.
Loud music.
Seems like something's going on up there.
I heard that girl regained consciousness. Doesn't it seem a little strange? Everything getting so noisy all of a sudden. I literally can't hear a thing, you guys. Are you alright now?
Thanks for helping. I'm sorry. I mistook you for one of those Shinra Incorporated.
That's alright.
I'll give you something special. It's an amulet. Take good care of it, okay?
Woo! We got Shiva.
What's that music? It sure sounds lively. Lively.
I heard they're rehearsing the reception for the new Shinra president.
Rufus, I gotta pay my respects.
Grandpa and Grandma told me this beach was beautiful when they were small. But after the Shinra built that city above, the sun stopped shining here and the water got polluted. I was raised on that story and hate Shinra so much I could die!
You think Rufus is thinking about crossing the ocean from here too? Does that mean Sephiroth already crossed the ocean?
Cloud, didn't you finish Rufus off? We gotta get to the town up there. Maybe we could climb the tower?
No. There's a high voltage current running underneath the tower. Don't wander near it. It's dangerous. But you might be able to if Mr. Dolphin helps you. Come, follow me.
High voltage tower. I guess this means Cloud will have to do it. Yep. Better leave it to Cloud.
We're counting on you, Cloud.
Hey! Wait a second.
Aren't you going to follow her? That looks like a Shinra soldier.
Yes, it does, Red. Also, you see all those little lines of dialogue we're getting from Yuffie? We wouldn't if we hadn't gotten her this early. Don't you just hate this? You're probably right. What? What are they talking about? Alright, this is Priscilla's house. I guess she just, like, lives here on her own in one of the free houses in town?
Yeah. I'd like to take a good look at the new president of Shinra Inc.
Wait a minute.
No, ain't that something? I ain't never seen no dolphin jump like that.
Pretty cool, huh? When I blow this whistle, Mr. Dolphin jumps for me. Here, this is for you, Cloud.
A gift? Fuck you want me to do with that shit?
Just go into the water, blow this whistle, and Mr. Dolphin will jump you to the top of the pole.
Jump to the top of the pole?
See that rod sticking out at the top? If you jump just right, you can climb to the top of the town.
Good luck, Claude. If you make it, we'll follow you. Whoa, I'll hold the PHS for you. It'll break if it gets wet.
I mean, yeah, let's go. Fuck it. No. Alright, Mr. Dolphin. Holy shit, Snacks! Did you guys see that? First fucking try! I wouldn't even call it a try, I was just... I pressed the button to see what would happen next. Boom, motherfucker! That's one pretty airship. Yes. Treasure chest. Treasure chest. No, it was not a treasure chest. Fuck. I like how, like, nobody's here. I guess they're all at the parade. The president is here! He's here!
Hey, ho! Hurry! Hurry!
Hey, you're still dressed like that? Come here! Here, get in the fucking room! Hey, rookie! Can't you hear me? Come over here! See, that's interesting because he's wearing the soldier's fatigues, right? Like, he's dressed like a soldier. First class. Maybe all soldiers get the same uniform, but still, like, you know, he's all like calling him rookie and assuming That, you know, it's weird. Shouldn't he be all like, oh, are you from Soldier? What are you doing here? Instead of like,
Get your uniform, rookie. What the fuck?
today's the big day when we welcome President Rufus. Hurry up and change, man.
There's a uniform in the locker. Hurry and change.
It's the Shinra uniform. Brings back memories.
Quit yapping. Hurry the fuck up.
A Shinra uniform. I was so proud when I first put it on. I wonder when it was. Yeah, it's still a wee cloud. I couldn't stand wearing this thing anymore.
Wow, you look good in it. You remember the greeting procedure, right?
The look on your face says you forgot. Alright, I'll show you again, but hurry the fuck up, man.
Do just like I do.
Commander, we'll help too. This is how you do it. We'll sing too. I think this might be... Did you find an error?
Alright, show him. Now, march. This is the welcoming march. Then I'll sing along with you.
Quietly. Hey, come on now. Now. Oh my god. What? Okay, to shoulder your gun, press X. Keep in step with the soldiers next to you and march smoothly. Once you roll in step, shoulder your gun. To shoulder your gun, press X. What? Not yet. I say I don't. What the shit? Rufus Shinra. We are Shinra Company. The new president. Oh, Shinra Company. Oh, Shinra Incorporated. Realization of... Oh, Shinra. Oh, Shinra Incorporated. Building the new era. Shinra forever. I don't get how I'm supposed to practice this. I can't walk in this place. Move! I swear to God. You know what? Fuck this. We just saved. Let's try the real thing. Rufus has arrived. Preparation completed. Alright, showtime. Don't disgrace yourselves. Let the welcome parade begin. Where am I? Oh no! No one's here! Late? Hey! Rookie! It's your fault for running around like that! Captain, we'll take a shortcut! Right! Good idea! Get over here! Oh, I'm not the one I thought I was. This is going great! Alright, you first! Wait, there's a dog. Hey! Don't get me any madder than I already am! I want a better dog. I'll go first. Now you watch close and do as I do, rookie. Just sneak into the back of the line when you see an opening. No, listen. Okay, shut the fuck up. Dude, my opening! Shit. No, don't. Oh my god, fuck. What the fuck? This is bad. I'm gonna redo this off stream. Okay. Hello there, opening. What the fuck? Why? Well, I did like go through all the instructions, but in my defense, I thought I needed to get, you know. I don't get it. I don't get it. This is gonna drop to 0%. This is too much, yo. Fuck this, I'm calling it. Stop it! There we go. Alright. Too much emotion. I'm so fucking confused. It is a bit early, but we'll call it early. I should have called it before we got into Junon. I did not know this would happen, but anyway, yeah. I'm still thinking about this stupid calm shit. I'll work it out off stream, and next time we get back to OG, everything will be better. Which actually I think is probably going to be next Sunday. So, real talk now. We haven't caught up with where we're at with Ever Crisis. Which means, and also, there's the danger of our Ever Crisis playthrough overtaking the Rebirth playthrough, which I think would not be good. So, I'm calling it now. Next Sunday will be OG again. Tuesday will be Rebirth, like always. And maybe no promises or anything. I don't know. If I feel like it, I might just do a random Ever Crisis stream at some point in there. We shall see. We shall see. Alright. Well, fuck, that fucking parade shit got me all, there was a bunch of shit I want to re-mention. I guess the main one is that my memory, I was tripping. So far, everything is still extremely similar to how it is in Ever Crisis. I'm gonna investigate that Tseng thing, and now that I have actual notes. Whoa, this is a great innovation on this year's stream. I note shit down. I'm actually gonna do it. I'm gonna go check it out. I'll figure out the comp thing, and like always, with my stupid side content obsession, if I realize I really messed up, you know, I'll make it such that we can pick up exactly where we left off next Sunday. So that it should not change anything for you guys if you're watching this, you know, back to back or whatever. Alright. And yeah, for once I remember, if you're watching this on YouTube and you enjoyed, please like and subscribe and shit. I've got playlists with either only the OG playthrough or all of my playthroughs in chronological order if you want to check that out. And yeah, I guess this is a wrap. Yeah. I feel like I'm forgetting something important, but I don't see what it could be. I've announced the next streams, told you about my maybe pet project of doing actual Ever Crisis, you know, high-end content. So yeah, no. Thank you guys so much for being here tonight. It was great. I had fun! I will see you all on Sunday. No, this is Sunday. Jesus. I'll see you all on Tuesday. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Thanks for being active in the chat and shit. That's my jam. That's what makes me happy. So thank you all so very much. This is Morgan Zanon signing off. Be kind to each other, eat less animals, and play more Final Fantasy. I love you all. Good night.